Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cinema Savvy. It is myself, George, joined once more by Tate and Dave for a very special video. It is, of course, the annual live stream watch along for the Oscars. The ceremony starts in about 4 minutes' time now, and we are going to be here for the duration of the evening. We are all watching it at home. One of us in Austria, one of us in a tux. We have dressed up or not dressed up for the occasion, and it's going to be a pretty, hopefully, wild evening. We'll get into some of that, but before I even talk further, how are we all doing tonight?
Yeah, doing okay. Bit of a shock to the system that actually it's at a normal time for me this year. Normally I'm an hour later and, struggling with having to wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning for this. But the fact that it's actually a lot earlier is very, very useful. Very, very useful. Means that I'm actually going to get some sleep today, which is nice.
Yeah, the hour shift is really, really nice. It's going to be nice to get finished around about 2:30 UK time here, which is it's going to be nice. Some Americans have moved their time, so that's working well for us, I think, for tonight. Looking forward to this show. Hopefully, a couple of surprises, and we're not just going to get. I mean, the Oppenheimer clean sleep is probably coming through, but it'd be nice to get maybe one or two surprises in this Oscars. No slaps should be heard. I don't think nobody's get punched or anything this year.
Can't we have?
You never know. I mean, we are going to get "I'm Just Ken" sung live. That's something we've all been waiting for. It's something the world has asked for. There's surely going to be. Is there ever an Oscar? I mean, last year was the first year of the new changes, right? That they sort of said, "Oh, it goes on too long. We're going to make some changes here." And I remember last year's being okay. The ceremony itself, Jimmy Kimmel's hosting again after some terrible hosts over the last couple of years. And
because weren't they going to cut loads of awards out last year and then had to go back and reinstate them?
The year before,
was that
when
the year
they
before?
did them, they did a load during the red carpet, which was just outrageous. And but although this time next year there will be one new Oscar, Best Casting. Still not Best Stunt Coordination for some reason unknown. But Best Casting is finally going to be a new category.
Best Casting's a good one.
Oh, was it the Amy Schumer year? Sorry, like we're cutting the awards. Let's have Amy Schumer dress up as Spider-Man and come down on a web. The images like that don't leave the mind very often. But I do want to hear from people at home. So please do comment your thoughts on the Oscars this year. Listen, we're watching it. We're going to be watching. We're going to be talking over it. We're going to be listening to it at the same time. We want to hear your thoughts on nominations, films you are happy that have won, haven't won, films you're gutted didn't get nominated. Keep the chat going. We'll be here checking the live streams. Any comments you guys have, we're going to bring up. We are, of course, doing a watch along to it. We're not obviously showing the Oscar ceremony. I know this is a thing every year where people tune in to be like, where is it?
We can't do it.
And you know what, guys? Based off how the ITV1 coverage is going, I wouldn't want to be watching this. Give me adverts, and I don't say that often. Give me the adverts over this dross. Doesn't intentionally rhyme with Jonathan Ross, but yeah, we do want to hear from people. We have our predictions. We're going to go through them across the night, maybe before a category. Sorry if anyone can hear loads of noise. I'm in a makeshift. Wow, I always record it downstairs, and there's animals here this time, cats to be precise, and our house has never had them before, so hopefully there's no weird guests intruding.
And here we go.
Where we always begin with this, I want to ask you both. Sorry, they're awkwardly transitioning to Billie Eilish and Phineas. She could be probably going to be a two-time Oscar winner, and she's what, like 23, 24?
So.
Yeah, probably.
Is that the youngest?
It's either that or what's it called? Ryan Gosling becomes a two-time Oscar winner for singing.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, because I am delighted to see that live. I think he didn't sing it right last time for La La Land. Like, I believe he didn't actually sing it that year, but he sort of knows he has no choice this year.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how many of the cast are actually turning up for that as well. If we're going to get all of
well,
the
I've already
Kens.
seen Simu Liu's already there for it. I don't know if Ncuti Gat was there. Not sure who else,
As long as John Cena turns up as a mermaid at some point during it, I'm all right.
He's been on the press run this week. He's got some weird comedy coming to Amazon, and he set up an OnlyFans account.
Ricky Stanicki.
Yeah, he's set up an OnlyFans account. So it's one of those where Sorry, I keep hearing a cat making noises. This is very weird this year. Basically, for anyone curious at home, I can't stream and watch the Oscars in my room without everyone hearing the entirety of the Oscars broadcast. So it's all very weird at the moment. So I may have to dip in and out at times to move certain cats to different areas. One of them is sneezing. If you can hear that, it's not me. I don't have a cold. I'm fine.
You cannot get this level of entertainment, elsewhere. George
nowhere else is streaming cat noises anywhere on YouTube right now.
It's just a very weird. I mean, we're not used to. We always had dogs, so it's weird having cats. It's very weird having cats now. But as tradition, do we have a snack check? Do people have food and drinks?
I have drinks.
Yes, we do.
I'm rocking the Pepsi Max. Other drinks are available and in a fizzy variety, but that's all I have. I don't have snacks. I was maybe going to nip out, but then the Oscars went an hour early, so there was no time.
So I actually have quite a few snacks this year. So starting off with my drink, I'm going with the Mango Monster to keep me awake. I have a full bowl of caramel popcorn. I have a half-eaten Lindt Bunny. I also have an entire packet of unopened custard creams and a packet of dried mango to stay healthy.
To stay healthy on the end. I love it.
I believe this turned into a random tradition, a can of Pringles. I don't ever have Pringles by Christmas and the Oscars, apparently. And I got caught up with timings. I think Master had a pizza. Can't be doing that at Oscars anymore. And I got the timing wrong, so I wouldn't have been able to. Could you imagine if I'd missed the first hour of the ceremony because I'd gone to Domino's or Papa John's or whatever's open on the
That would have been amazing.
And I just randomly have a pack of fingers, which I don't know if I'm going to eat. Because I'm on a half day at work tomorrow. Also, I'm curious though, with 3 minutes past 11 and ITV is playing bingo, they are, unless the ceremony is starting late, which I'm going to assume. It's weird. I mean, let's talk some films, guys. We've got to stagger out. We don't have a run-in of the actual Oscar. What would we call it? We don't have a run-in of the what's the word? The schedule of what awards being presented in which order. I know they always start with one of the supporting actors or
Best supporting actor, actress is normally first, yeah.
But we do have a predictions, and we're doing things a little bit different this year. And this might cock up the background, but I do not care. If this is on the screen, we have a predictions for the three of us. We have one prediction each this year. We've done them all today. We weren't doing we do it on the nominations day because a lot changes in that sort of 6 weeks. Maybe not this year. But as this is a giant table, we're not going to go through everything one by one. We do, at the same time, have overlays. So before awards, we can go through some films. I mean, let's be honest, guys.
I wonder what's going to win Best Picture. I wonder who's going to win Best Director. I wonder who's going to win Best Actor. Oh my lord!
But it's going to be terrible if none of us are right.
It'd be quite funny though. But I'm glad that none of us have the same one for everything. But that is we'll keep that up in the background as we always do. But let's whilst they're killing time, I thought at this point in time we'd be sitting silently trying to listen to what Jimmy Kimmel's got to say. But clearly not. We mentioned wrestling before we went live. Tate's feeding me now. Fuck, so they brought wrestling again. Let's be honest. Tate, I know you like this film. We spoke about it. The big snub. Apparently Jonathan Ross says we have 5 more minutes to go, and that was 2 minutes ago. Okay. Where is the Iron Claw? Is this one of our big questions for Oscar season this year? We've got 2 wrestling fans here and a non-wrestling fan, which I think is the perfect counterbalance of that question.
Yeah, it should be here. It should be a Best Picture nomination, and it should be nominated for a few awards. I'd say should be nominated for editing and also for different performances. Harris Dickinson for supporting role. I could even say, Zac Efron for lead role. There are a few performances in this film that deserve to be, praised. And yeah, it's a shame that it didn't get nominated, but there's always, a few films, a few things every single year that we go, I wonder why that's there, and I wonder why that one isn't there. And one of them this year is Nyad. Why on earth has Nyad got any nominations at all in their various different categories? And it's difficult to take any of the top 10 films out.
Yeah.
Because I truly believe that they are 10 of the best films of the year. But in the end, I do feel like, it does deserve a bit of,
I'd take Maestro out straight away to get the Iron Claw in. I know a lot of people like Maestro.
No,
I know it's got
Maestro's
its fans.
good.
I know it's got its fans. I know people like it. But if you're looking into even the thematics of like obsession within industry and all that sort of stuff, there's actually more comparisons to Iron Claw. I am at a different scale though, where there's a few films I like that have been on, but I think this is certainly of the years they've done 10 nominees. This is the strongest batch of 10 so far.
It's a tougher year to get into kind of any of the categories where you think, we could probably squeeze this in there. When people were obviously up in arms about Greta Gerwig not getting the nomination for director, you kind of think, well, which director do you push out to accommodate unless you then extend that category as well? So it's a tough one, but it's pretty. I wish Iron Claw had got in. I really do. I thought it was a phenomenal film. I think, like Tayte just said, I think Zac Efron definitely deserved to have been recognized for both chin and for performance. And it was just kind of a different person to where you saw that kid from High School Musical to where he's come now. He's come really far.
And I think he needed the comeback. Sorry, the ceremony started now. We've finally got Jimmy Kimmel on stage. That's where we're at.
Yeah, I've got that as well.
I mean, I say it's been like a while. We only do the stream once a year, I guess. But I will say, at least in like BAFTA, Oscars is live. How the BAFTA in 2024 is still not live. That you still can't watch a full ceremony live in sync. It's just outrageous. But I may be a bit quieter for the next couple of minutes because I do like listening to the monologues. And I think Jimmy Kimmel's actually decent at doing them, unlike a lot of the other presenters over the years. I think he knows enough of them to poke fun without crossing the line, but he can cross the line with the ones he's allowed to, if that makes sense.
So Matt Damon generally, but he's a very safe choice as well. Like when they had Billy Crystal, they could always go to him and always rely on him to have a good opening and to look after the Oscars. I think that Kimmel's now that guy.
Yeah. Is Matt Damon there tonight? He must be there for Oppenheimer, surely.
It is crazy that they said that he's talking now about obviously the strikes between the writers and the actors. To think how much of that industry is felt like we're going to get no films for so long, and it's all back and running where we're getting a full schedule back. Obviously, June got pushed back because of it, things like that.
And I think we're seeing now is not even with June's box office, but you do need I mean, we know we need the actors anyway, but if June had come out in November, it wouldn't be as big as it is now. Like the cast have been everywhere, the marketing is everywhere, everyone's been talking about it, and a lot of it is that cast. Obviously, it's still the studio's fault for everything.
Now Barbie's a feminist icon thanks to Greta Gerwig, who many believe deserves to be nominated for Best Director.
Wow. Brought up that she didn't get nominated. I didn't expect that in the...
George, you might want to turn it down ever so slightly.
It's all right. It's so hard trying to control it from here. Can you still hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't turn it down any less. I can't. I'm going to mute myself on here, actually.
I mean, we've had some terrible hosts over the years, so I'm glad that they've got a little bit of consistency. You know?
Yeah, they try to bring these people in and just think it's going to be absolutely fine. Anybody can do this, and some people just don't have that personality to be able to handle a monologue, and then to have some jokes that just aren't going to land. And depending on who it is, they just don't. The celebrities don't enjoy the ribbing sometimes, depending on who's feeding those lines to them.
You can tell Cillian doesn't want to be there, as always.
RDJ. Penis jokes.
Messi's here though. I watched Irons with a full tonight finally.
Finally got the list all ticked off, just in time.
What were your thoughts on Anatomy?
I will give them after the speech, unless you can hear the speech. But it's very, very. It's as good as I thought it would be because of the hype from the right people. If that makes sense, not
Yeah,
hype,
yeah.
but like the people, the way people talk about it. I
Again,
knew a
we
little
have-
bit.
Yeah, we have no bad movies this year. Like in that top 10, they were all worth your time watching.
Mm.
I don't know. I watched Poor Things. I just wasn't for me. It looks stunning, but it was much more for me style over substance of the whole thing. I just couldn't get away with the film as a whole.
I enjoyed how the film had a somewhat similar journey to Barbie, but felt a bit more adult, is the best way of putting it.
Definitely
like
more
it took
adult.
a different path. Yes. Like it's unusual that you have two films coming out that can be so closely kind of compared between
Yeah.
Barbie and Poor Things. One's like a kind of dark, twisted storybook, and the other one is like a kind of, a fun,
Things.
bright kind of revelation.
Got to say, Jodie Foster and De Niro don't look bad on their age.
Mm.
Sorry, there's a really good Jodie Foster joke.
Just nice De Niro doing actual movies where he's De Niro again. Great and Kills the Flower Moon, where not playing Ben Stiller's dad in movies anymore and moving back towards serious acting again.
Is Scorsese and De Niro there? I know they kept making jokes, but they didn't touch any of them. Is he there?
De Niro's there, yeah.
Okay, good. I was worried then. I was like, I hope he's turned up. Like, I get him not going to BAFTA because they didn't nominate anyone else for no reason from Killer the Flower Moon. That'd have been a very lonely flight for him, I guess, and also a bit insulting. Okay, I think I've seen every acting nominee except Colour Purple, which is Danielle Brooks, I believe.
I really enjoyed The Colour Purple.
I haven't seen Color Purple yet.
Oh, you haven't? Surprising. Like, to think of it that they're doing a musical, The Color Purple, is that I know they had it on stage for quite a while, but you think the subject matter, but it really, really works. It's not filled with songs. It's not a song. To me, it wasn't even a full out musical, but there are musical points in it, and it worked very, very well in the story.
Every tweet is about how terrible ITV's coverage is. One tweet, nobody will ever be more relieved to see Jimmy Kimmel than anybody watching the Oscars on ITV.
Well, I guess it was the same when it was Sky, and it was
Wasn't it Alex Zane?
Alex Zane, and they had the same sort of thing where they'd have a panel to flick to when the adverts came on in the US.
Honestly, Twitter is savage at the moment. It is all ITV tweets. Someone's put a photo up of oh god, what's his name from the Before trilogy?
Ethan
Hawke.
Hawke, yeah.
Ethan Hawke in a suicide vest from a film, saying me watching the ITV coverage.
Oh dear me! Oh, that's awful.
Someone's put Sam Jackson with these stairs, motherfuckerly. Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, I don't mean like a weird way, but like
it's nice that we're getting on terrestrial television, though. That it's not having. Like last year, it was on Sky, but it was on their free. The channel you didn't have to pay any extra for. It wasn't on like a Sky Movies.
Yeah, and they didn't tell anyone until the day.
Yeah. It is good that people can sit and can watch this without having to think, I'll catch up on clips on YouTube tomorrow.
It's like a dual-edged sword, right? Because you're watching the ITV coverage, and my coverage is not the ITV coverage, but I'm quite far behind. But at
Jimmy
least
Kimmel hasn't.
You're in Austria, though, so that's understandable.
I know we don't have Oscar coverage here in Austria. There is none. Even in German, which normally they translate everything. So yeah.
What I was about to say something, but I've forgotten. Sorry, there's a cat by the laptop screen. Don't press the button.
If George goes off the screen,
she is honestly like inches away from sticking a head on this. I've become the very thing I'm annoyed about when I see on Zoom calls at work when people with animals come in. I don't mind if it's a dog, but now I know the pain.
I'm glad that I know this is way past it, but I'm glad that they are talking about the fact that the strikes happened and they're acknowledging it.
Yeah.
And, sorry.
Oh dear, George.
We are 20.
We'd like to have.
How far through are we? 20 minutes in, and
Told you. I don't know who they're clapping for because I've missed the last 20 seconds.
They're talking about acting strikes and stuff.
Oh, good.
Oh, we've got I think it's technical people who are on stage right now. People who are running behind the Oscars and backstage and all that jazz.
I mean, this is it because it wasn't just the actors on strike; it's the entire crews that don't then get salaries for months. Like the shutdown is so much more than just like the actors or the writers. It's look at the distributors. There's not many big films out this year. The first half this year is going to be very quiet for releases. There might be some more delays. There might be some more reshoots, and supporting actress is coming up first. But it does make me wonder, though.
Yeah, supporting actress is just about to come on here as well. So I'm just.
Oh, they are doing the Field of Dreams. That's what they call it. I've never seen Field of Dreams. So 5 previous winners of that acting award will each list a nomination for who it is.
I like that, actually. I like it's a nice.
Yeah. Although Jamie Lee Curtis is a stark reminder of last year's worst Oscar win in a very, very long time. Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful decision. I think Angela Bassett spoke by this week. that sort of sums up. You've got Nyad being spoken about by Jamie Lee Curtis. That's the level we're at, guys. Although I actually think, as much as I dislike Nyad, I did think Jodie Foster is good in it. And I can understand her nomination for supporting actress, unless I'm missing someone really obvious who's missed out for supporting actress.
I don't think Jodie Foster's ever bad in a movie.
I'm trying to think of supporting Sandra Huller in
Zone of Interest. Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Have they done double actor nominations the same year before? I know that BAFTA did it with Scarlett Johansson and Sandra Huller this year, actually. Good shout.
I'm genuinely trying to think of another supporting actress kind of.
Yeah, if you think through like the
like
movies that came.
supporting actress performances.
Yeah.
It's really hard, and the reason why is because Divine Joy Randolph is winning this category by quite a fair way.
Yeah, I would have thought so as well. Yeah, I think. Have
I
we all voted
I
for?
think this
Is
yes.
it our...
I should have brought that up, shouldn't I? Our predictions for anyone curious. Best supporting actress. I mean, I'm not for the. I was going to put the posters, but then it's just a bit pointless for the acting awards. But yeah. We've all gone the same one here. And
I feel like she's been
the
sealed in
biggest shot.
since day one nominations, right?
It's the scene of the sun, isn't it? Of talking about what happened. I think that's what's.
Yeah.
I was watching it, not like Rudy. Like, I hate watching Oscar films with the mindset that this person's in why, because that's not the right way to do it. The scene she steals it with, really.
I love the Holdovers.
We'll talk about the Holdovers
I just
controversy
loved it.
later, because
I saw
I
that
love the
today.
Holdovers as well.
New one, which it isn't just a controversy for the sake of it. It's pretty detailed.
Seems to be, yeah. There's
Would it would be quite funny if it ended up winning tonight, because that would have been voted on before this information came out. Yeah,
that's what they were saying.
That
All
could
the
be
voting's
controversy.
closed.
Apparently, it was submitted on January the 12th. So apparently, there's been no acknowledgement, no details, but they've definitely publicly announced it yesterday, based on that premise that they've been ignoring it.
It's crazy that it could be such a. Apparently, the scenes that are literally like for like. Some of these names have been changed, but other than that, it's the same thing.
That could be an interesting one. It's a shame, because I do really like the Holdovers.
I loved it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite films I've seen. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I know it takes away a little bit because this could be a controversy around it. So what it tells me is I'd probably really like the film that the script was based on as well. So
yeah, I mean, wasn't the script meant to be about a person getting on with someone in a hospital, a doctor getting on with someone in a hospital?
So it's going to be a different take on it, and who knows how it would have been shot or if it would look like this. I mean, Holdovers looks like it was shot in the 70s. It has that feel about it. It's wonderful.
You know what? I do quite like this, and I just know the acting awards are going to go on a lot longer this year, but I'm actually okay with that.
Here we go. And our surprises were not a surprise.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tate.
Hey, how far behind are you? We can try and work out.
They're still trying to work out. They're still talking to America Ferrera. That's how far behind.
Okay. You're not that. Oh yeah, you're a whole presenter behind. Yeah,
Dave, we're gonna have to pretend that someone gets punched or slapped or something. Like we're gonna have to create.
Oh my god, they're on fire.
When ITV cuts to the TikTokers live suite and the shenanigans is going on.
TikTokers live suite.
We'll build his hopes up. Yeah.
Yeah, they have people with over 20 million followers in a theater together.
Are they all just like literally just on their phones the entire ceremony?
That's all it'll be. Doing little TikToks and
doing dances every 5 seconds or something like that. It's just ridiculous.
Just flossing everywhere.
Yeah, I just want to add, these people sometimes get invited to press releases and things like that, and it is ridiculous.
None of them dress fancy like this.
No.
Deserving winner, though. Deserving winner. I think there's no taking
Yeah,
away from a
100%.
performance.
I mean, obviously, I liked Emily but Oppenheimer, but there's although she's got maybe the standout scene. You look at Oppenheimer and she's not Cillian Murphy. She's not Robert Downey Jr. Not in like a disrespectful way, but in terms of that film, that's not the first or the second, then maybe the third performance you think of.
No, but she swept award season, didn't she? Completely.
Oh yeah, there's been no. I don't think she's missed one, has she? I don't think there's anybody else has taken supporting actress in anything else I've seen.
Good speech. Good speech. See old John Cena, fine speech after someone does a monologue for 5 minutes. Are we getting an ad break?
I think we might be.
Oh, we're getting Mad Max promotions. God, it's not the first desert film Anya Taylor-Joy's been this year, is it? Right, guys, just a quick sound check. Can you still hear my script TV?
No, I hadn't noticed it.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to mute it because
background,
ITV, I don't hear a single word from them.
Yeah, we'll mute them for now.
Right, I'm just watching her speech. Sorry, that's why I'm quiet.
No, that's fine. To
That's
you
okay.
watch away.
I'm actually.
So we're all doing really well. We've all picked up points for our first nominations that we've suggested. Our guesses of 100% so far.
Could any of us? Has that's never happened before? No one's ever 100%. I feel like there's a year Tate almost did. I'm just trying to get the right color to put it.
Oh, it looks like they're only doing the 5 presenters for the acting.
Just the 4 acting awards. So
yeah.
I quite like it though. I mean, it would have been good for director, but at the same time, it's a very different industry, isn't it, for directors? Like they're all pretty much not friends, but it's very limited.
Talk about that. I went for when we looked at best animated. I went for the obvious choice.
Boy and the Heron.
Yeah, Boy and the Heron. But have you guys seen Robot Dreams?
I have.
Tate has.
Oh my god! What? I kind of went with Boy with the Heron because I think that's going to win. I think it's just the way it's going to be for that movie. But I loved Robot Dreams. It was probably my favorite of the animated movies. A silent,
which is unusual
movie.
because that was my least favorite of all of the animated movies.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, actually, genuinely, and I found that really fascinating because I'd heard very good things about Robot Dreams.
Yeah.
And I watched
I thought you would have really enjoyed
it.
Yeah.
Well, normally I would enjoy one of those films, and I think the last time there was a silent animated movie nominated would have been Shaun the Sheep Farmageddon, right?
Most definitely.
But I just couldn't get on board with it.
Okay.
It was a solid film. I don't know if it was like the slightly janky animation or the just the mad gaps in the storytelling where nothing really happened for a bit and it was just life going on. But it just didn't quite click for me. Whereas the other films had a bit more flow to it. And I completely understand why people would enjoy the film. And I've seen it going on loads of people's best film of the year list.
Mm-hmm.
I still have no idea how it got nominated, having only, made, less than $1 million. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which made over $1 billion, didn't get nominated. Yeah. And TMNT, which made a lot of money as well and was, very well animated, didn't get nominated. And I'm shocked once again that, they didn't nominate whatever Despicable Me Minions movie came out or whatever from Illumination, if there was one. I can't even remember from last year if there
Isn't it
was
the
one.
Ducks? Isn't it the Ducks this year and not a Minions?
Oh, it's the Ducks. It's the Migration. Yeah, Migration.
Migration,
I'm
isn't
just
it?
shocked
Yeah.
that these films didn't get nominated, but this film, which at the time of the nomination only made 300,000 and has doubled it since then and not really gone anywhere else, crazily
It feels
gets
refreshing to me
nominated.
that as a different style of animation gets in, that something maybe a bit smaller.
But
It's-
the big issue is I haven't seen it, but The Peasants was also out this year. And if you're going purely off animation, Loving Vincent didn't win the year that it was nominated, and maybe should have.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, it's
You
not going to
gotta-
win. Don't get us wrong. Robot Dreams
No.
has no chance.
No. But I think Spider-Verse is going to win it just purely because of popularity
Really?
contest.
Okay.
Because the best animated feature category is always a popularity contest. Last year it's Pinocchio, it's Del Toro. It's going to get through just because it's a big name director moving to animation and it's a story that everyone knows. Genuinely, Boy and the Heron has a chance, but I don't think it's going to win it. I think it's going to go to
that's what I've gone with.
Sony.
I thought that might be the obvious choice out of the five.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we're getting a look at the Holdovers again. Again, probably one of my favorite movies. Definitely up in my top 2 movies I've seen this year. I loved it. Giamatti is incredible.
It was my favorite from the festival. It was a great watch with an audience, I'll say.
Yeah.
You know, just certain moments which were very interesting.
I think you all got to watch it in October, didn't you, Tate? So that's much better timing to watch it compared to, you know, the UK release date of mid-January and special previews in the UK when? After Christmas still, Boxing Day. Okay. But listen, I've hit the point now where, like, obviously I advocate the cinema experience, but I now advocate VPNs when it's legal to stream. For example, Holdovers was on Amazon Prime at the start of December.
Yeah.
And I'm at this period now where it's like I've got issues with distribution companies who categorically no. I understand it 10, 15 years ago where, you know, the BAFTA voting window is February to February and Oscars is January to December. And I'm just at the reaching point now where, again, it's like the blackout of football, isn't it? In 2024, it doesn't need to exist. You can release it in December because people are gonna. It makes no difference to BAFTA voters having it out in February compared to December because they've all heard about it through the festivals. Like, again, pre-internet, pre-streaming, pre-social media, they probably don't hear until they see it at festivals or it releases. But now, you know, it's just getting to the point of ridiculousness. But there's an animation monologue, so I'm going to guess they're about to start presenting maybe best animated feature, or is it a celebration of Pixar? No, it's not. It's got 2D animation. Ignore me. It's not a celebration of Pixar. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's best animated.
I'm guessing they're going to come out and talk about the first nomination for animated. Maybe
they're going to announce Mad Max the animated series.
He's a handsome man.
Okay, I've swapped streams and now Jimmy Kimmel's back on stage. I don't know how far behind I am anymore.
We have Thor and currently on the stage. Oh, best animated short.
Okay, best animated short. So we all have War is Over.
Oh, look. It's the Beatles one.
I've actually realized I've done this wrong. I didn't pick The War is Over, but I'm changing it because I did it on the Photoshop. I'd actually done the ABCs of... No, hold on. Ignore me. I've got documentary short crossed with animated short. No, we all did War is Over. Yes, the Beatles one.
Everyone picked War is Over.
Yeah.
It's the LeBron of... no, not the LeBron. It's the Kobe of, you know, this year. It's the famous one. It's the one that, you know, you recognize a name from it and you go, oh, that must win.
I love that it's Chris Hemsworth because they're all being so polite. It's like, you know, the winner is The War is Over. Like, doesn't even piss about it. He's there on the clock. Love him. Also, then, I don't mean it like a rude way. Like, I know they're promoting Furiosa, but I'm going to guess the American broadcast probably had like a Furiosa trailer on their ad break because they do that a lot, don't they? They get ad breaks.
They did not. They had Inside Out on their ad break.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
See, I can tell you these things. I can keep you up to date if there's any new trailers.
Any new
there's
trailers
not
that
any new
drop.
trailers or anything. Yeah.
I do like how they've brought these guys up, and there's only 2 Oscars, and there are 3 of them.
Speaking of the Beatles, what are we all thinking of the BCU, the Beatles Cinematic Universe, coming in 2027? Because Timothy Chalamet this week has come out saying he wants Austin Butler's Elvis to somehow appear in his Bob Dylan film. Now I know they're in June together, but you know we're getting a Beatles Cinematic Universe. I've believed in the Live Aid Cinematic Universe for a lot longer. But could you do Elvis? Did Elvis and Bob Dylan know each other? I'm not good with music, so
I believe Rami Malek's going to reprise his role as Freddie and that.
I mean, to be fair, Chalamet does look a lot like a young Bob Dylan. But after seeing Wonka, a film I enjoyed,
very quickly, I'm still really far behind. They've just handed out the award.
Right, yeah, they're just doing their speeches, so they haven't left the
They've
stage
played
yet.
them off. They've gave them 30 seconds and played them off.
Huh.
He said it's Mother's Day in the UK. He's correct because this has started an hour earlier. It's still Mother's Day.
It is.
Oh, they're doing a second award. Animated feature, straight up.
Strange animated feature.
Straight animated feature. What have we gone with, George? What's the...
So, myself and Tate, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse,
Ooh.
Dave, Boy in the Heron. I mean, you guys are both talking about it before on the break, but Dave, you're not wrong about putting this. I mean, I put Spider-Verse, but in America, there's been a momentum with Boy in the Heron, and I think Tate, me and you spoke about it, it's because of the names on the English language dub. So I think it'd be surprised if it won, but it's not like the shocker. I can actually see that happening. But I mean, I've not seen it. Dave, it's not a bad prediction, you know.
A shock win would actually go to Nimona, which I put as my second favorite from that list.
Wow. Tate,
Boom.
I'm going to wait for you.
Dave takes his 100%. Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right.
No.
What did I just say? There is momentum with the Boy and the Heron.
Interesting.
I mean, they've done this. Please don't say having a rad break.
Oh, but no one's there to select. No one's there to collect the Oscar for it.
That's
the Boy and the Heron.
They just walk off like
that's how they save
on
on time.
Let's go down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're actually doing an rad break.
Does this mean they're going to do what's it called? Documentary feature with documentary short later on?
I'm guessing they might just team them together. Yeah, pull a double for that as well. Oh, we've got
live
adverts
action
this time,
short.
so we haven't got
live action short with best film.
Mute that for a little bit then while that's going on. So we're now at I'd like to say I'm loving my 100% prediction so far.
It's a smart buy. No, because this is it. This is what I was going to get to. I did this. I had the creator locked in, but the American momentum has gone with Godzilla.
Godzilla,
the Godzilla cast everywhere for VFX. So this morning I was like, you know what? Because Godzilla did much better not better than America than here. They got it earlier than the UK did. They got it a few weeks earlier. Performed stronger in America than here in comparative screening types. I could see Godzilla. To me, irregardless, Godzilla or Creator is a beautiful win for VFX if either of them happen. But I could see Godzilla.
I think -1's got it. I genuinely think -1's got it.
I'm fine if it doesn't. If it's as long as it's Godzilla or the Creator, it's just about the guy. To be fair, Guardians really is probably, respectively of blockbusters, the best of visual effects. But at the same time, that's a $200 million film versus a $7 million film and an $80 million film. And also, I think it was the Japanese equivalent of the Oscars last night, and Godzilla basically swept the entirety of the Japanese Oscars, like everything, which is kind of cool as well. But yeah, I think this is Billie Eilish is going to sing after the break. I realized I had myself on mute, not the TV, which probably isn't the smartest. So we're doing all right so far, guys. Like I said, The Boy and the Heron, Dave, good pick. I've still not seen it.
Pick. Very interesting. They're actually doing an advertisement right now for the closed caption sign language stream of the Oscars.
Oh, excellent! I might sign up.
Like they're actually doing. They did a full kind of minute-long advert about kind of inclusiveness and saying this is available if people want to watch it, kind of thing.
It's a good thing, so I mean, they do it in football now, that not just because I support them, but when it was the Emirates last year, Arsenal apparently the first, which is kind of insane thing, is Arsenal the first English team to have ASL at football, like in the ground when they've got the big screens and they're interviewing fans. That was the first ever club to do it. And I was like, can't be right. It can't be the first club, but then every club does it now because I think it's something that no one really knew about, and it's good that things like the Oscars are doing this. That it's not like they don't have the money to hire someone to be able to do that during a show, like they can.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was one award ceremony where they had someone by the stage doing it. Can't remember what that was, but there's definitely been something in the last year or two. And I think a lot of it is after.
Do they not have anything for Sound of Metal?
No, but I forgot his name. Troy Kotzer from Coda. I think it was after Coda happened.
Coda.
Yes.
It would have been from
He
Coda.
had. If anyone wants a good comedy to watch, the final season of Curb Enthusiasm is airing every Sunday at the moment. Troy Kotzer has a cameo in one of the recent episodes. No, they all play themselves. And he has fictional beef with Larry David. And it is just incredible. They have his translator there. So he falls out the translator as well as Troy Kotzer. But he basically accidentally eavesdrops on a private golf lesson that Troy Kotzer's having. And it's just amazing. It's so funny.
And are we back with Jonathan Ross? We're back with Oscars.
I'm back with coffee adverts, so there you go.
Okay, excellent. Is it a good brand?
So I reckon they're going to rotate.
I got shocked there. It said Best Picture nominee. Oh, well, we're on about Poor Things that, while I didn't enjoy, Willem Dafoe not getting a Best Supporting Actor nod for this?
I'm okay with that. Only because Mark Ruffalo got nominated. Mark Ruffalo is fantastic.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo was fantastic in it because it was so unlike his normal performances.
It was, but I think Willem Dafoe could have quite easily taken a Best Supporting in that as well. I thought he was excellent. Out of the movie I didn't enjoy, I thought he was excellent.
I think he's the type that he might have been like 6th on the ballot or something, 6th or 7th.
I'm trying to think. I love a supporting actor. Well, I've already spoken about The Iron Claw and Harris Dickinson.
I really liked Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction. I'm glad he got nominated. Oh, adapted screenplay is next, guys.
And original.
Now, we've all gone for the same one. Oh, original as well. Okay, I'll wait till they announce which one. I 180'd. I'd switch my pick for adapted after... Well, not after the BAFTAs, but I had a bit of a brain think of, hold on, I think the vote's going to be split in two with Barbie and Oppenheimer now, which means that someone who's going to prevail. And Killers of Family.
I've been keeping an eye on kind of the gossip around this category in particular for a while now, and it seems like, American Fiction's been a leading contender for quite a while, apparently, behind the scenes.
Adapted is definitely up first, I believe, so I'm going to bring it up. We've all gone American Fiction.
Yeah.
I see it. I can see it. And to be fair, a directorial debut as well. But that's pretty remarkable, if I'm being honest.
Can't they switch the Holdovers to adapted now? Or is that too late?
Too soon.
The wildest thing is, I thought not like a rumor that he's nabbed it off like an up and coming screenwriter or something to on the blacklist for 10 years, but no, it's one of the screenwriters of Paddington. Like, how do you think you're going to get away with that? Like, I mean, I would love Oppenheimer to win, not just for Nolan, but just on the logic that every single film student for the next 5 years is going to write screenplays in first person for absolutely no reason. Because other than
Here's the thing. If Oppenheimer does win, then Oppenheimer is winning everything it's been nominated for. That's plain and simple.
Bar Emily Blunt.
If it does, bar Emily Blunt, genuinely, it will sweep everything. It'll sweep editing. It'll sweep sound. It'll sweep everything if it wins on screenplay.
I think it's already won key technicals, but I think like that production design, costume, etc. That's all the Barbie and Poor Things fight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just original screenplay. We have a split. George and Tayte and Aston before. Dave, for Holdovers.
I really
no, I
want,
went for Holdovers.
I really
Because
want
I loved it so
Holdovers.
much.
Original.
Now
Here's
feels
the
like I
thing.
shouldn't have gone with Holdovers.
Yeah, if that information wasn't made aware, genuinely, Holdovers has the best script of the year, adapted or original. However, knowing that information,
Anatomy of a Fool's script, though.
Yeah,
Anatomy of a Fool's phenomenal as well.
It's very good.
Really tight. Yeah.
I mean, I'm on recency bias because I literally watched it 2 hours ago. I had to pay to watch it. That sounds horrible, but I don't like streaming. I had to pay £4 to watch it. If Past Lives won, I would be very happy.
it was
I'd
a
be very,
great
very
movie,
happy.
Past Lives. I really
I'm
enjoyed
going
it.
I'm not on board with Past Lives. I don't get the hype. I really don't. It was too melancholy for me. I've seen films that have a similar kind of vibe, and I prefer them.
Oh, my 100% streak has failed. Well done, gents.
I was going to say
I
Past
do
Lives one just for Tate then to continue.
I do just want to add, I know that we've done our previous years of Oscar predictions, bingo, and stuff like that with first place, second place, and stuff like that. I am currently on quite a big win streak, and I feel like that is coming to an end this year. But at the same time,
It's all
one of those
level right
where,
now. All level.
I think it might be a tie this year.
Yeah, just from all the votes that we have. Yeah.
We always do it on the nominations day, and it is a bit of fun.
Did anyone boo? Hold on. No, it was polite claps. Sorry, I just wanted to check if anyone booed when the Holdovers was announced just then as one of the contenders.
It's probably an awkward. Ooh, I mean, the Rock's presenting
it was a
tonight,
polite
which is
clap.
I'm curious by.
Oh,
he's got
almighty.
no. Wait for it. He's got no films to promote.
He's going to come out and just say how Cody Rhodes is finishing no story.
Literally,
no matter
Dave,
what.
I thought about this. I literally thought The Rock is going to come out in his heel mode, in his weird new jacket, his sunglasses, and just call Cody Rhodes out. Because why else would he need to be there? He's going to be promoting WrestleMania, surely. Because all the guests, unless you're the ex-winners, they're promoting whatever's out.
So very quickly, because the film completely slipped my mind, and I really enjoyed it at London Film Festival. For Best Supporting Actor and for Best Supporting Actress, we need to talk about May December, because May December got completely snubbed across the board, and I feel
it got
like
its
the
one
performances in
screenplay
it-
nomination.
Yeah,
get
exactly.
the one knob.
We got
But
the one
the
nod,
Charles
but
is it Charles Melton?
Charles Melton. Yeah,
That hype was there and then very quickly died after the Golden Globes. He was great in it, but I don't think he's better than any of the ones nominated. If I'm really
don't think
honest,
he's-
of these 5. And also Iron Claw. I forgot his name. Not the one from the Bear. Harris Dickinson. Harris Dickinson is very good.
It's just a film where genuinely, I'm surprised that it didn't get a nod for supporting actress. I'm surprised it didn't get a nod for lead actress as well, because both
Lead's
of them
very stacked though. Lead actress is incredibly strong this year.
Yeah, but didn't Margot Robbie got snubbed as well in that category? It's there's a few missing off that list. I feel like it's a very heavy category, and we talked about it on the nominations chat, but interesting.
Zone of interest. What a movie.
Here's the thing with adapted screenplay, right? And I know this is always the thing. I know it's based off previous text material. I hate that a biopic can classify as an original screenplay, even though it's based off real life. I just hate that. I don't mind if it's based off a book, that's fine, but I just always dislike that premise that Maestro is an original screenplay, but it sort of is, but it isn't. To me, I get the logic of it. It's not, but it's not. But...
Yeah, you could talk about it as being like adapted from real events, I guess.
Yeah, and that's it. And then it opens a can of worms to anything historical, really, doesn't it?
Especially because they've got to adapt some of it from things that they know about the person. It's not direct adaptation of one book. It may be a direct adaptation of multiple different sources. It's an odd one, isn't it?
Does Barbie sneak this by any chance?
Part of me thinks there's a chance, because Noah's the screenwriter and Greta together, so that would be their way of doing it. Let's find out.
Looking at reactions on your faces.
We nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you this. Oppenheimer. I think the vote is split. I literally think Killers and the Flower Moon Oppenheimer has split this category into maybe Barbie into 3, and American Fiction's prevailed. I don't mean that in like a criticism either. A bit like Kimi Räikkönen winning the 07 F1 title. You had Hamilton versus Alonso.
Riz
and then
Ahmed
Räikkönen
looking
snapped it.
amazing, by the way.
I really did like the script on this film.
I love the soundtrack. I thought the jazz soundtrack was incredible.
I love that you were listening to all the soundtracks. Like I just listened to whatever the hell Poor Things is, and I've not seen
I
it.
did. I listened to Poor Things soundtrack before I saw the movie. That was a weird listen. A weird listen.
I mean, directorial debut, winning Oscar for screenplay. Has that happened before? Chazelle with Whiplash, maybe?
Hmm.
Did he win screenplay
That was technically not his directorial debut, was it?
He did shorts, but it was his feature film debut, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he was young. Like, he was what, 32 when he did La La Land?
Hmm. What's the next award?
I don't know yet. Still doing that. They haven't announced what the next award is yet.
I reckon Ad Break. Well, I reckon... Oh, no, didn't they say Billie Eilish is going to perform soon as well?
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
So I might get the original song.
I mean, they presented 4 awards now, or 5?
Getting through pretty quickly, because when they did the
5
actress
awards?
one, I thought it was going to be a
5.
slow night, yeah. But they've kind of sped up.
They've done supporting actress, they've done the 2 animated, and they've done the 2 screenplays now, so that's 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on 5. We're all joint on 4. Oh, Scorsese, what a legend he is there, thank God.
God, and I'll be honest, I was tempted to go with Boy and the Heron. I could be 100% right now.
You could have been.
That's the thing though, like, because with the thing of the Oscars, it's sometimes I do put what I want to win because I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it is that you've got to put the brain, because I do like the BAFTAs beginning to differentiate from the Oscars a lot more, like identity wise.
Yeah.
But this is the first year it's felt like in forever there is a unifying sweep. I mean,
Oh yeah, we're getting Billie Eilish.
When was the last time where we knew everything that was going to win pretty much almost every single category, or we'd get close to 100% on it? Or as a team, as a free, we're definitely getting 100% this year, I feel. I don't think there's anything that's going to be shock.
probably since Lord of the Rings. Not that we were a channel. And no disrespect to Billie Eilish, but I am muting this just because we're going to be chatting. I know this song quite well. Is that her brother on the piano?
Yeah,
This is most likely going to win Best Original Song.
I would have thought.
If I'm just 10 win Best Song, I'd be so excited. But even I think that's a bit unfair. Like,
and look, the only reason it's going to win is
purpose of the
because Peaches wasn't nominated.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you imagine Jack Black walking out on stage dressed up as Bowser on the piano singing Peaches? That would have been an all-time Oscar moment.
Because I think when you know about the South Park story, right? When Trey and Stone turned up, they're both on LSD, but they had Robin Williams sing "Blame Callagher" instead.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
It is a good song, though. And you know what? I don't
It's a
know
great
why
tune.
Billie Eilish gets so much abuse. Like, people are always
I think it's because I wasn't a big fan of Billie Eilish from her original stuff, and I'd say her career is kind of going on a similar trajectory. At the base, at least, like Lady Gaga. Wasn't a big fan of Lady Gaga when she first hit the scene. However, I've come to appreciate that she actually has a very good kind of singing voice now. And
as she's maturing and her music's maturing, it's changed a lot from what it was when she came as that, 14, 15-year-old when she first started?
I remember I'd never heard of her until she was put on Bond. Not me being like arrogant, I just don't know music. And then it was the Bad Girl song? But Martin, is it going to be an all-nighter? I'll probably nod off in half an hour. Well, I guess earlier than normal, I guess we can call it. Maybe not all-nighter. I'm probably going to get some
half
sleep.
2-ish, I think, UK time is when we're...
expected it to wrap up.
Yeah.
3.5 hours, that would make sense, though.
Around that, yeah.
Another 2.5 hours to go.
You got this, Tate. You've got it.
I've got to wake up in about 6.5 hours. So
tomorrow's lesson in skiing is just all right. Point skis that way.
What do you mean by tomorrow? It's today.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Saying that, I'd love to show the live stream the mountains that are in front of me, but it is absolutely pitch black outside and cloudy. It's not a clear night tonight, so that's cool with the orchestra.
Yeah. It is a beautiful song. It's worthy of
I'm
it.
going to find out
Picks
how
up
old
its
she is. I wonder what
Billie
the
Eilish, I
record
would
is
think.
for...
21, 22 now.
Let's have a look. She is 22. She's going to be a 2-time Oscar winner at the age of 22. Has that ever happened?
And she's won Grammys. Has she won any Tonys?
No,
Maybe.
no Tony.
Wasn't she in...
She's not an EGOT yet.
Has she won an Emmy yet?
She was in the musical of Night Before Christmas, didn't they? Did some big... I don't know if she got nominated at all.
I can see her winning an EGOT in the future, genuinely.
Oh, without a doubt. She'll,
yeah.
There are
Is
3
Gaga
people
still
in
chasing
Oscar
it,
history.
or-
3 people in Oscar
why is
history.
that Adrian Edmondson?
who have
Oh,
won-
no, it's not Adrian Edmondson. It's
Michael Keaton.
it's Michael Keaton looking like
Oh
Adrian
my
Edmondson.
lord!
Oh, Beetlejuice. The Beetlejuice show has come out tonight.
Or was it?
Did you see I call
I'll
it
keep an
Beetlejuice
eye out on the
Beetlejuice? Because that's
episodes.
the name of the sequel, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
Does that mean there's going to be a third one?
Beetlejuice Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, yeah, I guess so. I mean, okay, Tim Burton's doing it.
That film's
how
not
it
making
is.
any money. I'm sorry.
When was
I
genuinely?
think it'll
this is
make
a
money.
really
I
good
just
question.
don't think it will be...
This is a good, hold on, I have a good question. When was the last time Tim Burton made a good film?
Batman.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry. I can literally jump straight Batman.
I
Like,
saw a Facebook memory come up 2 days ago, and it was after watching Alice in Wonderland. Picture the worst font in the world, not worst font, grammar for a 14-year-old, 13-year-old. The 3D was sick. Because that was when the 3D boom happened. Not obviously, cinemas were phasing it in, weren't they? Like region by region. We got ours for Alice in Wonderland, not for Avatar. So
super.
I just mean it's a good film though.
I just don't think Burton's done anything of note. Like
Recently at all. He did was it Dark
Yeah.
Shadows, and that was a bit
Louise Rayner was 28 when she collected her second Oscar. Yeah, Billie Eilish is going to get that record. She might even get 3 or 4 by then. She might do the next Bond song again.
Mm.
When
When was the
decide what
last?
they're doing with Bond anyway.
Dare I say, last time he put out a film that I actually got on board with was Corpse Bride, and that was 2005 because I wasn't a big fan of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I was about to say I really did like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I do like them.
No, I didn't like his challenge.
Just a
Factory
quick
at all.
one. We've got a few comments.
I guess
I see
Frankie
Dave has made an
was
effort, or
okay.
is this your
Ah,
normal
Sweeney
Sunday
Todd.
attire?
My normal Sunday attire. This is what I tend to go out in. It's a chauffeuring job that I do on the side. Just trying to class it up a little bit, man.
Is Billy or her brother who is the real talent? I think it's both at this point in time.
Yeah.
I think they've got something that's working between them. He knows how to write for her, and she knows how to sing for him. And I think the pair of them are very intelligent with regards to their career. I mean, I saw that there's a great documentary on Amazon on Bond. It was literally I think it was literally called The Sound of 007, not the concert, but the documentary around the time the concert came out. And they speak about their collaborative process of Hans Zimmer for just doing that. And Hans Zimmer is a big part of that song at the same time, but it is incredible. The maturity of those two doing that, even he's pretty young, right? Is he in his early 30s, the brother? Or late 20s? I just think they're onto something, the pair of them. And it could go on for a lot longer. I mean, the fact that she was the last Barbie soundtrack to be announced, right? I remember they announced everyone really early in advance, but they kept Billie Eilish until right at the end to announce that should be doing the main theme for it, which I respect as well. I guess that means original song is going to be near the end of the night if they're having.
Yeah, it will be.
people
Okay,
perform.
I'm
It
guessing
always
not
is,
long
isn't it?
before Best Picture. Yeah.
It usually goes original song, best actor, best actress, director. It's in the running, isn't it? I really hope they don't finish with one of the acting categories this year. That would be stupid.
Oh no, it's our TV panel. I'm muting again.
Yeah.
It's weird. I thought, oh, we'll get one batch of normal adverts, then one ITV people, but they're mixing and matching. Thank God they're not taking us to the TikTokers. Why would they need to stream the Oscar? Why would you go to a cinema in London? I mean, I would, but like, why would a TikToker feel the need to go to cinema for their TikTok channel to watch the Oscars?
Just because they've been invited, that's literally.
We've
All
been
it is.
invited by ITV. Hey, look, ITV invited us. Hey, let's put that on our
They do at press
story.
screenings.
Hey.
They do it at press screenings. They ruin it for everyone. There weren't many at June, thankfully. I think a lot of them went to the premiere instead because they did it at 2 cinemas at the same time. Oh, black and white. Is this going to be Oppenheimer by any chance? On its past lives.
Okay, I'm still on ad breaks and they haven't done any new films. They're just doing Shogun at the moment, which is apparently very good.
I've heard incredible things about Shogun.
Yeah, it's. I saw it come up on Disney Plus the other day.
Authentic Japanese.
Into.
So apparently, it's all in Japanese. Some of it's in English when it's Portuguese people. The reason the Portuguese are in English is because Disney wouldn't commission a series where the only 2 languages spoken are Portuguese and Japanese. But Hiroyuki Sanada refused to be involved unless everything was authentic to the Japanese side of things. And I'm hearing incredible things about it as a whole. So I'm going to wait for it to finish before, what's the word? Before
giving it a watch. Well, I heard the Blue Samurai on Netflix is meant to be pretty good as well for authentic kind of,
I can't work out what they're presenting, Dave. Can you?
Not as yet.
Keaton's still fuming about Birdman. He refuses point blank to sign it at private signings. He won't touch Birdman because he's so pissed off about not getting the Oscar. It's insane. But also, I've just lost a lot of respect for him. The stories I've heard about him behind the scenes, I know it's a shame because everyone loves him as their Batman, but there's some pretty awful stories in public about him. Just how he is around people, not like done
makeup and hairstyling. Makeup and hairstyling.
Oh, makeup and hairstyling. Okay, guys. So I think we've
gone very different.
I have Poor Things, and you both have Maestro.
I think there was such a transformation in
just for the nose. He did look very different. For the nose alone, he is a nose ahead of the competition.
But then you just look at Willem Dafoe's face in Poor Things.
Yeah,
this is the bonkers one that Barbie didn't get nominated for best hair and makeup.
Yeah,
how?
Wow.
And how's Barbie not nominated for hair and makeup? The filmer is Barbie, like. But yes. Let's take that one off. I see Poor Things doing very well with not like technicals by that. What would you call the design type awards? Is there like a non-insulting way? Because they're not. I guess they're technical awards, but they're not like the technical awards that people talk about. Like you don't want to like downgrade it, call it costuming awards because that sounds very disrespectful.
No, it's like you don't even want to call them backstage awards. It's like behind the scenes awards kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's weird because then like this sounds again. I don't mean this to be disrespectful too, but to me, best makeup and hairstyling should fall under best costume design. I know it's not. I know it means the literal design of the costumes they're wearing, but to me, the hair and makeup is part of the costume. Like, you've been on set, you go to costume fitting, you do your hair and makeup at costume fitting as well. Like,
correct.
I guess it means they have to double the amount of winners getting stuff too. It's probably a legal thing. It's probably a union thing, actually, the more I think about that. Maybe not a union, but maybe something in those lines.
Oh, it did go to Poor Things. Sorry, you guys didn't actually react to that one.
Yeah.
There was no reaction from either of you. I was like so confused. I was like, huh?
Golda?
Golda?
Has anyone heard of that Golda film in a non-disrespectful way?
No.
No.
Best production design next, guys. So
Yes.
I'm
all have
just going to
poor
go ahead and
things.
say because of that, I get the feeling that I just get the feeling that Maestro is getting nothing this evening now. That's it. It's done.
It does seem a
That's a
shame
Warcraft
because
pretty good win.
while it wasn't my favorite movie, I did enjoy it. I still got quite a bit out of Maestro. I thought Bradley Cooper was excellent in it.
I mean, I love production design to win this for Oppenheimer, but obviously it's not going to.
For me, this was a 50-50 split between Barbie and Poor Things on this one.
It feels like Poor Things came into Oscar season late and is taking everything that Barbie would have probably been locked in for.
Would you say, as the second pick, because we don't have a second pick this year, what
We'd
would
have
be your
basically
second
all
pick
at Barbie or
for
Poor
Best
Things.
Picture? For Best
Second
Picture,
pick?
what would you have had?
Outside of Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's hard
Because-
from a prediction standpoint because it was so obvious. If I was saying these are the two best films I have seen in 2023, I would say Because of the Flower Moon. But I don't think it
no,
would be
not for
second on
me,
the ballot.
yeah.
I
No,
don't think it'd be
I-
second
given-
on the ballot.
Given what I voted for as awards-wise, you've either got to go Poor Things or you've got to go realistically.
Poor Things
what-
again. Poor Things took this one as well.
Yeah. I'm just thinking what would have been my second pick. Probably Poor Things if Holdovers was winning.
The ballots is an sorry to interrupt, the
Screenplay?
ballots is an aggregator though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So would Barbie have been at the top of a lot of people's list?
I
Or
think
near
the
the
Zone
top?
of Interest would have been my second
Zone of
pick.
Interest.
maybe.
Zone of
Maybe
Interest
one.
is a good shout.
I do like Jonathan Glazer. I'm still weird.
I have never seen Sexy Beast. I might put it onto my
It's
list
so
to watch this
good.
month.
Are we also now
Yeah.
thinking that the only award that Barbie will take tonight will be Best Song?
Shit, you're right.
Yeah, the only award they're going to get.
Unless Ryan Gosling does the unthinkable and beats Robert Downey Jr. after they make a joke about his acceptance speech already being in his pocket.
There's no way RDJ does not take Best Supporting. Again, he's another one who's on the clean sweep of awards. Wonder who's doing the in memoriam this year.
It would be really distasteful, but quite also cringe and funny if they got the same guy who did the Golden Globes to do the in memoriam.
Oh my god!
Or even worse, they get Jack Black to do
Oh, my word,
a rendition
John
of
Oh
Cena
my
just
Venus
word,
whilst
Tate,
the
Tate,
in
we're
memoriam goes
witnessing
on.
history. You might not be able to see him, if you know what I mean.
It's fine. I've got a little bit of time before he comes on because they're still doing their speech.
Oh my god, this is where The Rock comes out and they actually do their WrestleMania promo thrice in a lifetime.
You know what? John Cena is like, he's got a natural comedy to him.
It's natural charisma, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's actually, you know what? Fair fucking play.
Fair
Because
play,
Margot
John
Robbie famously had a
Cena.
crush on him, didn't she?
That's amazing. That's incredible. Fair play to that man.
He's going down Oscar history. He's going down
this is
Oscar history.
amazing.
Best costume design.
Best costume.
Poor Things, Barbie. I still can't believe Napoleon got nominations. I mean, I kind of understand why it was the one that's nominated for. But
I haven't seen it.
We'll just wait for the 4-hour cut because I actually think it could be quite decent. Martin says Shogun look good. He started watching The Gentleman and recommends it.
So are we saying that Poor Things has a chance of sweeping all of these category things?
It sort of just has, I think.
Poor Thing's just taking this one as well.
Oh my lord.
Barbie is literally getting nothing. This is crazy.
I'm sorry, I'm recovering from seeing.
I've got to say that John Cena bit was actually one of my favorite things of at Oscars for a while. I would like to see a cutaway to The Rock when he was doing that. How drunk is this girl who's accepting the award? She has no idea what to say.
Oh, I'm actually so happy with the John Cena thing.
Honestly, I think that's because
someone put let John Cena host the next Oscars.
That would be funny.
You know what? He could probably pull it off. You know, there's something about him. Like, Tate, you're not big on wrestling, right? So maybe this leads more towards you. What are your thoughts on Cena? And maybe not as like an actor, but just like, to me, I don't feel like he's the Rock version 2 in Hollywood. I don't think he's Batista either. I think he's his own pedigree. Like he's naturally fucking very.
It's his
funny.
own thing. But one thing I will, there's two sides to this coin. One thing I really respect about him is he does a lot of charity work. I know that. He's one of the most requested on Make-A-Wish, and he follows through them.
It's really grim, but he's like the record holder, which is sort of scary at the same time. That's a thing.
Yeah. The other side of the coin was he did that whole China apology thing, and you know,
that's an intimate man. Though.
Exactly.
Well, he filmed a film in China, didn't he? He filmed a film of Jackie Chan, learnt Mandarin, and then he called Taiwan a country, didn't he? Obviously, I can't say it, but I'm guessing everyone's seen that classic reel where it's like John Cena talking Chinese and it's him talking Mandarin. It's like The Rock talking Chinese. It's obviously the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Speaking of The Rock,
is
that bad?
My lord.
John Cena just behind him.
Look! Oh my God! They just shook hands. That's one of my WrestleMania predictions. You know, is John Cena turns up on night 2 to help Cody. Like, I think they're going to flatten Seth Rollins as a pancake. No, let me mute ITV. Sorry, I can't go. But John Cena, like, I want to see it. I know someone's put it. Yeah, get John Cena to host the Oscars. Because with Barbie, he literally I don't know if he begged Margot Robbie for Rob, but wasn't they were at a restaurant together? And he's like, "Can you just get me something in Barbie?" And she's like, "You can be a merman." He's like, "Great." But I don't. And apparently, John Cena's agent was like, "Don't be a merman." And John Cena's like, "Why not?" Whereas I think The Rock's so contrived as a PR image. Not slating him. Like, obviously, I have been slating him a lot recently, but now The Rock's actually invested in storytelling and doing hopefully a 1-year storyline. He's obviously got the realization of this how it's meant to be fucking done. But, you know, if we get WrestleMania London, then that will be John Cena's swan song. He's already said, isn't he? He's going to retire from wrestling when it's in London and after he does a proper run. I think Peacemaker Season 2 starts filming very soon as well, if it hasn't started already.
I don't know if he's started yet. I think he had mentioned it's coming up shortly. Depends when James Gunn's done with Superman, I guess.
Good point. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Any thoughts on everyone on the new Superman? I know it's not going to come out for another year, but I don't mean it's disrespectful, but does anyone care? Like, do we really... Superman's obviously a big name, right? It's not Batman. It's not... Spider-Man and Batman, to me, are the two untouchables. Doesn't matter how bad comic films are, how much they die out. Those two are always going to be guaranteed to people turning up.
just
I
a
actually have a
tough,
feeling Superman could bomb the new one. That sounds maybe ridiculous this early on, but I just don't think the appetite's there anymore.
such a tough character to get right. And I think they did such a good job with Reeves in the original Superman take to try and then depends on how they want to do it. Obviously, it's that character that's too powerful for anybody to really fight against unless they've got a little green crystal. It's a tough one to get right, and I think I don't know if I've got high hopes for the next Superman film.
And I think people like Batman, Spider-Man, they've always had like video games. They've had other medias to stay big in, if that makes sense. Like Superman's, for someone that hasn't ever been a big fan of Superman, I've never felt like we all know who he is, but the fact there's not been Superman games, the fact there's not been, I know someone's going to comment, there is one game from 20 years ago, whatever, but it doesn't feel like they've been able to keep him in the limelight. Like you think of Henry Cavill, great. You think of Injustice, where he was like, "Oh, what if Superman was evil?" And that's just been the thing for the last 20 years. Is what if Superman was evil?
Mhm.
I trust James Gunn though. I trust James Gunn.
So where are we on the scale in terms of predictions now? Are we
George is winning.
George pull ahead? Yeah, in that last.
George is winning. Because he backed Poor Things over Barbie.
Did back Poor Things over, yeah.
Sorry, I had my thing on me. I'm just bringing up the stream now. So it's only close, 766.
Nice. Okay, that's not too
Told
bad.
you that Poor Things hat trick.
Yeah.
Here's a good one though. I mean, I know it's not till later on. I've gone with Lily Gladstone. You guys have done Emma Stone. And Poor Things is doing very well tonight so far.
Poor Things is doing very well tonight.
So
Seems to be
do you know what? That would
hit.
be one of the most controversial moments in Oscar history if Poor Things nabs Best Picture.
No, because the Lily Gladstone thing's been there before Poor Things, hasn't it? I think Aunt Sandra Hurr would be a great potential.
You missed what I said. If Poor Things nabs Best Picture, having
yes,
so
then
far,
that would be insane.
You would have a meltdown. It'd be hilarious.
It would be entertaining. We'd have real clickbait going forward. It would be amazing. We could have so many shorts.
Yeah.
Chris Nolan would actually just blow up the Hollywood Theatre for his next film. I'm joking. He probably doesn't care about that much.
No, literally, he says one word and it's the start of Tenet again.
I did really like Killers of the Flower Moon. I really liked it. Do you think... Oh, they're doing the song.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they've gone straight to that. It's
I thought that was Scorsese in the middle then. That sounds really disrespectful. I just thought it was him. I was like, is this a weird thing? But the rest they're doing the song.
I liked Killers of the Flower Moon. However, having watched
all of the
other nominations, it has started to slide down my scale of where I enjoyed it. So I've preferred, films like The Holdovers over it. I've preferred films like The Zone of Interest. I've preferred films, it's as I've watched more and more nominations. Anatomy of a Fall I prefer over it. It's like just started sliding and sliding.
It really is a tough year for anybody to.
Very good.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had this level of quality,
consistent quality.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm curious by is if
it's going to drop next year.
I mean, I'm not getting carried away because this season is not even done yet, but
you think June's winning it all?
I still feel like it's too. I know Everything Everywhere won everything, came out in March, but I feel like June's too big to get momentum in the sense of, oh my god, June, this film they're talking about, like they'd have announced Messiah by that point, like.
Yeah, it's out now. It does feel very those films that come out just as the Oscars are about to be broadcast. They feel like they've slipped down the pecking order some way.
I know people hate the Lord of the Rings comparison, right? But Lord of the Rings won 18 Oscars across 3 films, and 11 of them was Return of the King. If June can,
did you not think June Part 2 made like Return of the King look like a CGI messy nightmare?
Yeah,
Sorry, it
it
was
is.
just that was the last
mean-
big epic I could kind of put out and think I could compare the two. There's just no comparison for me after I've watched Dune Part 2 again.
Oh my god, they've actually brought out Bad Bunny and The Rock together. They're both wrestlers. Sorry, Tate, you're gonna get wrestling talk now.
Yeah, stand up. They are smashing through the awards and smashing through the songs, though. I will give them that. Like they're getting through the evening, shall we say? What's the next category?
International.
I'm assuming
film.
international.
So
God damn,
we
you
put
didn't
down
bring
for our
it.
predictions.
International.
International
I
feature.
believe we all have
This is-
the zone of interest.
This is an interesting one because I actually prefer. I really like Society of the Snow, but I know Zone of Interest is winning. Realistically, because I know it's international feature film, and I know that we've got film foreign languages this year that have been nominated, which aren't international feature films. Out of Anatomy of a Fall, which should have been nominated, Past
That's
Lives,
France's
which
fault.
is a film. Past Lives, which is a film which is mostly in a different language, and Zone of Interest. Which one do you think is the best out of the three? Because I probably would say Anatomy.
It feels like such a random award for The Rock to present. I get Bad Bunny because he's Spanish. Is he Spanish? No, South American. I was just hoping for a wrestling promo. I mean, he's on the board of TKO. Tate, I know you don't like wrestling, but he's in proper heel mode now, and he's fucking outstanding. Like, you remember when I was moaning last month about how he put himself in all the main event with this shit? He's basically gone along with the fans, and he's turned himself back into a villain. Like, outrageous, just like insulting people every 24/7, taking 10 minutes of an entrance. I also find it weird. Like, I don't mean this as a criticism of interest because it's not, but how does it get selected as the UK's film choice? I've always been so curious about this mindset. Like, how do they select? Because it's
When
also
was
a
the last
co-production
time the
between-
UK won? When was the last time
I checked
the
this out a few weeks
UK won
ago.
the best international feature?
I don't know if it's ever won it, right? But there were a few films in the 80s and 90s. But I looked at the title; they're all in Welsh. So I'm like, okay, it's UK, but it's clearly Welsh language. Like, it's weird with this because it's a Polish production and they're speaking German, but it's a UK film.
I guess
What a film though. So like I just didn't know what it was when I went in, and even for those first few minutes of when it's going on, like I don't know what's going on, and
it's just it's a family drama that goes through familial things, but it's just like, so they mention everything that's going on in the background every now and then, but it's kind of like a side note and then it's brushed away, and it's so blind and it's so brilliant in that up until the exact kind of final moments of the film where you have the duality of the scene. You have him in one area throwing up on the staircase, in the other completely ignoring it, and that's where we're left with the film. It's fantastic filmmaking. It's really good.
It's very powerful. I say, like, just the moments when you start picking up on the sound design of, say, like we said, like the train in the background and the screams that just aren't being heard by the characters.
Oh, so I got excited with Ryan Gosling, and I realized they're promoting the Fall Guy, aren't they?
The Fall Guy,
yeah.
That looks terrible.
Ooh, she just made. That's a great line. You got to give him that.
Wait, so I'm listening to Glazer's speech.
Oh God, you're behind.
I think I kind of figured out why they call it Oppenheimer and they didn't call it Oppenheimer. Why? You guys have this
He's talking about Gaza.
Thanks for Ken explaining that to me. Alright, listen, I need to paint my abs on to get nominated. You don't see Martin?
Oh, George, I have your full sound.
Sorry.
We can hear you fully loud and clear.
Totally getting us banned, kicked off YouTube. I can't believe it.
Yeah, 100%.
He's basically playing Ken.
They're not a bad pairing, those two. It's
Oh, so they're doing it. Tate, you ready for this? They're doing a whole sequence on how important stuntmen are,
but won't give them an award.
but they won't give them an Oscar category for best stunt coordination.
Can
In a
they
film
please
where they're
announce
promoting
that
it.
it's going to be a category next year? That would be a great announcement.
To be fair, this actually would be if they wanted to do it.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to.
Oh my god, sorry. They just did best stunts and then had Fast and Furious jumping into the CGI car. That's not really count. A lot of Bond montages, though.
It's fascinating watching it, though.
That was it. No future category. We salute you.
That's
Wow.
That seems very lackluster to kind of have the whole montage of like we're talking about this, and then to not go. We next year going to include you with your.
Oh, they're back to ITV. I'm going to mute that. Goodbye.
I'm going to listen to the stunts.
That stings.
Watch all the fun stunts.
Yeah, that it just stings a bit. Like, look how great you all are, but no fucking accolades.
Yeah, you
don't
cannot
you dare
have an
want
award.
that.
Yeah. It's like just snatched away. Like it sounded like they were going to be like, "This is the announcement, new category."
First tweet I see is Ryan Gosling is the impossible standard for men.
He really is.
And then the second tweet is a photo of naked John Cena.
That's going to be everywhere for the next, at least until SmackDown on Friday. It's not been a bad show so far.
What would actually be better? An actual stunt category.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so deserving and has been, like they say, right. Ryan Gosling literally just said they've been there from the beginning, and he's not wrong. Without stunt coordinators, you would never got some of those early films even made, and to not get what they deserve.
Sorry, I've just seen a message and someone put me trying to see John Cena's dong, and it's the John Cena smiling gif.
Honestly,
John Cena just ran into him dressed like that.
So very quickly, I know that you kind of preempted it and you kind of came in and I just watched it. That is ridiculous that they would do an entire segment.
Yeah.
Just to be like, we salute you.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely atrocious. That is so bad. I hope they get ripped to shreds for that. I hope that I hope they're forced into announcing it as a category because that is so ridiculous. How can you have an entire segment?
Because no one criticised him for adding best casting. It was great. You've added casting, but why haven't you added stunts as well? What we need is for Tom Cruise to get his Oscar win for being in The Critic, Tarantino's last film. For Tom Cruise then to come out
and him literally turn around and literally his speech starts off with, add the Oscar for stunt work. Like add it for stunt work.
Will that be one like? I know that Tarantino's casting it now, right? That Brad Pitt sort of confirms. Tom Cruise is heavily linked. There's a lead role to be cast still. I
thought he was already cast in the lead role.
What, Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
I've heard murmurs that it could be someone younger. I don't know. It's being very stum at the moment, but apparently everyone in Hollywood is trying to get on it. But Tom Cruise has obviously just been cast in Gonzalez Inarritu's new film. Been talking about Tarantino. And the reports are basically saying with his Warner Brothers deal, he wants to go back to working with auteurs. So I feel like he's going to not call action films a day. I think he's going to get Mission Impossible 8 out. And I think he's going to be back on I'm going to be the actor's actor again for a few years. Probably get his career Oscar or two pretty quickly. Bit like a Robert Downey Jr. Like he'll end up with some insane fucking link up with the director. and Tom Cruise will get his dues. But you just know that if they don't have a stunt award by then, it will be him that says it on stage straight away. Like, where is it? Because it's not even really like, oh,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise just stunts. It's like the stunt
Tom
coordination.
Cruise is going to be the first person with a stunt actor at a stunt Oscar, isn't he? Won't be a stunt performer. First winner, Tom Cruise. So we get.
Would it be an Oscar for stunt
and we're
performer, or would it be an Oscar for stunt choreography?
Best stunt coordination. So I'd imagine it would go to
the team behind the stunt.
Yeah, it would be whoever heads up the team. But I think that's the point of it. Like Tom Cruise, he isn't a stunt coordinator. He's a producer on the film, sure, but I think it'd be they'd probably be the guy that they're running it all by, who just, because obviously if you think within coordination, there's coordinators, there's scientists to do the physics and all that sort of stuff, and you've got the performers, you've got everything. Like the stunt coordination would be massive if they did it properly, and they should. There's no excuse to me not to have done it now, especially with the whole concept of them getting back to doing cinema properly and stuff like that.
They've just made a joke about them turning the Oscars on an hour after it started.
I told you the clocks went back in America. Best supporting actor, guys. Who do we think could win?
Imagine if Gosling wins it and suddenly he starts singing "I'm Just Ken" on stage.
I mean, they've got Sam Rockwell. Who's the second? I can't work it out off the.
Who's the second? Tim Robbins.
Second. Oh, sorry. That makes me like.
I know you guys are going to get announced before me, but I will be listening to this speech, so I will be dead silent for.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Fair amount of time here.
Everyone's going to want to see this speech.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute it because I want to hear what these have got to say too. I'm sorry, but Christoph Waltz is going to be talking about Ryan Gosling. Sorry, Tate is a spoiler, but that's going to be ridiculous.
I can't wait to hear what he has to say. When Data from Goonies tells you that he's in awe of you, that's just a wonderful thing.
I forgot Sam Rockwell was with him in Iron Man.
Yeah. I quite like this as a format for the acting. I'm guessing, are they doing it for director as well? Do we know?
I believe just the 4 acting categories. I love them to do each year, but I wonder not really how many you can do, but I wonder how many you can do it before you just repeat.
It'd be great
the same
if they
people,
got
maybe?
It'd be great if they got directors in for the directors category.
Yeah.
They should do it. Is it the 100? It'll be the 100th one in a couple of years, won't it? That'll be mega. That Oscars.
Be a big show. De Niro looks so unimpressed.
Why does Christoph Waltz look like a cross between Tarkin and Count Dooku?
He does. He could very much be a Star Wars villain. It's the man who will never play Blade. That film's never coming out. Ruffalo looks so uncomfortable as well. Should be a great speech.
Standing ovation before it's even began. Did you see the bit of Ryan Gosling as I hold the dog for the big screen?
Yeah.
Right, guys, it's ITV, so I'm going to get a tactical drink.
Tactical drink time. It's
I'm
Tate's
still
still
mid-speech,
watching the
so-
speech. That's okay. I think we've got now is obviously we're heading into Oppenheimer's first big award of the night. So following on from that, we're going to probably start to see those numbers rise for Oppenheimer as we get through the bigger awards, I think, as well. If you are watching along at home as well, obviously let us know how you're doing. Were your predictions going this way? Were you right? Were you wrong? Have you got anything way out? Have you given Barbie loads of awards that are not coming? It's kind of crazy how how little it's going to actually get after such big hype around it.
It's going to win one award.
That's insane. And you then have a real fear that it gets pipped by something, that they're going to give it to the Killers of the Flower Moon.
No, they're going to give it to Flaming Heart.
Oh, God, I forgot the Flaming Heart. Oh, that'd be the biggest kick in the face if that walks away. If I walked away with nothing at all for the night, would be crazy. Downey Jr.
Okay, what are
quite
we predicting? I was going to say, what are we predicting the next award's going to be from here? Because we've got through a fair amount. I feel like documentary and documentary feature might be.
I think it'll come out next.
I feel like we're going to get. I feel like we're going to get some technicals coming up because I'm looking at our predictions. I just see a lot of fire posters, which means
that's what I was just saying. As you're away, we're now expecting Oppenheimer to start. Now we've had the first big one to start rolling in with the rest of them. Now,
do you reckon they'll do sound and score together? Because have you noticed how they're almost pairing them at present?
Yeah, I think they'll do sound and score together.
It's good
and
pairing.
we've only had two out of 5 songs, so I reckon we'll get a third very soon, maybe.
Do you think we're going to get Ken? Is going to be I'm Ken's the last song they do because
that'll
they're
be the
going to
last
have
one, won't it? That'll be the last one.
Yeah. So what the other songs are? They've still got to do Flaming Hot song, and then what's the other one?
Flaming Hot Ken.
There's one more.
Barbie didn't get 3, did it? It didn't get down to the pipe.
Have a lovely list here. Let's have a look. Best original song.
No, because they opened the show.
Fire
Dance
Inside
Night,
from Flaming Hot. I'm Just Ken. Never Went Away. American Sympathy. I don't know what that is.
Don't know what that is either. No. Okay,
They'll put that as the
shocking.
middle one then.
How on earth did Peaches not get nominated? What's going on? How? Ridiculous.
But Downey Jr., I thought his speech was quite tame, quite held back for his first Oscar win as well.
There were a lot of
expecting a bit more
comedic, but it was comedic, but poignant, and it's kind of how I expected his speech would go, if that made sense. I'm going to take this opportunity to make my first break for the evening.
A lot of people not just criticising ITV, but apparently after Jonathan Glazer's speech, it cuts Jonathan Ross, who's then like, yeah, but what about our bingo game? So,
wow.
I mean, they've got visual effects stuff on the screen. Maybe that's next.
I could come up and as I say, I think
wins it. I'll be so. It's $7 million budget. Come on, man! Like,
isn't it the director who did pretty much all of the?
Why is he holding the Godzilla versus Kong Godzilla though? Get that shite off the screen.
He's a toy collector though, isn't he? So he's.
I do want the Godzilla -1 figure, but it's like 150 quid on the pre-order sold out.
Wow.
I'm sure they'll do more. Oh, we are getting back though to the ceremony, and we've got a best montage for Attitude.
Yeah.
We haven't ranked the 10 best films, have we? That might be something.
No, we haven't. But yeah, certainly we could probably go through those and see where we stand with them all. Because as I say, with such a tight sort of competition for spaces in this, it's be a tough one to probably list out.
It's definitely the best year since I've been watching. I say, the 2011's year I remember very well, but that was split with a lot of different winners.
Yeah. With the 10 best, it's like it's been a while since they've just seen them. Thought, yeah, you know what? These are the.
Oh my god, we've got a twins reunion. I'm sorry.
We have got a twins reunion. That's incredible.
Standing ovation, and they haven't even said a word.
I love it. I love
the
this.
fact we never got triplets.
That was supposed to be Eddie Murphy, wasn't it?
Everyone's crying. That's a good one.
What I missed? What's going on?
Twins reunion.
Twins reunion on stage. DeVito and Schwarzenegger together.
Excellent.
I mean, was it always rumored that Eddie Murphy would be in triplets if they ever did it?
Yeah, that was the.
And I think they both wanted to do it, right? Like that wasn't like rumor. That was like they all wanted to do it. Oh, they're doing Batman jokes. Oh, visual effects.
Here we go.
Have we all gone Godzilla?
We've all
for
put
this?
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm very happy if creator wins.
It's a much better film than I expected when I watched that.
Godzilla got loud cheers then. Sorry to know you behind.
Does Danny DeVito have a mustache?
Yeah, he just come off Broadway, I think. He did a Broadway run in December.
Can't wait for that in the next series of Always Sunny. Him with a mustache. That'd be hilarious.
Controversial opinion, but I really don't want Mission Impossible to win this. And I love Mission Impossible. I really don't want it to win this.
I don't think it will. I don't think it's got a chance compared to the other films it's in with, unfortunately.
It has to be either Guardians, Godzilla, or Creator.
I don't think Guardians should be in the running either. I think I think Creator and Godzilla did it much better than them. Godzilla. They've all got Godzilla toys.
They've all got Godzilla toys.
cast.
Just a seismic win. If I could make the noise, I would.
If you could do the Godzilla scream, that would be the pinnacle of this stream. I love how they've all got toys with them.
Sorry, they're playing the theme. It's got me really pumped up. And it's a reminder that now Oscar season's done, I can get back to watching Godzilla films.
Too many toys in the hand to open his speech. You know what? Doing a speech in what is very obviously not a native language to him. Like I would have expected maybe just him to do the speech.
George, are you able to remind us what the visual effects budget, or at least the film budget, was for -1?
I believe they began at 10 and they said less than 10. It's rumored at 7.
Yeah.
And the director said he won't ever tell us the official budget because then they'll ask him to make more films at that budget. However,
can we just appreciate that number is small and ridiculous compared to big films?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Guardians should never have stood a chance against this because
there are episodes of
$250
TV
million into one.
shows. Some episodes of Marvel TV shows have been $30 million per episode.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't watch She-Hulk because I'm not picking on that, but it's the one that people talk about. Is that 30-minute episode, right?
Yeah.
I've not seen it. So that's the shortest Marvel show in terms of episode lengths. It was $30 million per episode.
That's a great win.
Oh, they're playing the theme again. What a banger. Soundtrack's like £100. Oh, they're doing editing next.
Straight into film editing.
All right. Best editing. What do we all have? Oppenheimer. Triple sweep.
Oppie's winning this.
I kind of just want these two just to do the rest of the show.
I mean, realistically, I also enjoyed. I'm trying to remember what the nominees are because I haven't seen the list in front
Killers
of me.
of the Flower Moon,
Anatomy of a Fall?
Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon.
I really like the editing in Anatomy of a Fall.
Holdovers.
Holdovers is edited very well.
I love Schwarzenegger pronouncing these names. Killers of the Flower Moon. Poor things. That's not what's one take. That's him reading them out.
I was going to say, yeah.
And the Oscar.
That's
it. Oh, what a guy. Hoyte van Hoytema in the background. You know, he like manhandles IMAX cameras. Like he turns them handheld, and they're not meant to be handheld.
Hmm.
And another Oscar falls now for Oppenheimer.
Do you remember last year, was it, when they just kept playing the what was the what's the name of All Quiet on the Western Front? They just kept playing that like note brum 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 on like every single award it won for like half an hour straight, and everyone was losing their minds.
So we've had sort of the poor things streak, and now we're starting to hit the Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer's going to rinse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
So 1, 2, 3.
So, guess the next award's got to be documentary set, right?
Got to be coming up, yeah.
There aren't many more left to give out. They've got to do another song at some point.
They've got 3 more songs to do. I think they've presented 12 awards out of 23. But obviously the acting, well, to be fair, they've done the supportings, haven't they? So they're out of the way. They've done the screenplays. Yeah, I reckon they'll probably whiz through some of the shorts.
Yeah, documentary short. Did they did animated short, didn't they? With
They did animated short with animated.
They'll probably do. I reckon they'll do both documentary ones together. Then
they've already done international features. So what are the awards left to present? I'm trying to think.
We have It Never Went Away.
I'm gonna politely mute this just because I don't normally listen to the songs. They'll be in memoriam as well.
Oh yes, of course, in memoriam. Yeah.
To be fair, it's 5-1. It's been going. If you think about the monologue, the first award didn't come out till about 20 past 11.
Yeah. It's been a good show. It has rolled really well.
We've been live streaming for almost 2 hours.
It's flown over actually. It's.
So what do we think so far? There's not been any gaffes, cock-ups. The opening monologue was quite good. Cheap porn joke, but there's not been catastrophic cock-ups.
Dare I say, no cock-ups so far, and the show's actually flowed a lot better than it has done. And I know we gave credit to it last year for flowing pretty well. So maybe they've actually found a fix for it, because I know their viewing numbers for the Oscars.
They switched the producers around. Did they change the broadcastings?
Massively.
Did they change like the producers, like the production company that does the event? I feel like they changed something in the last couple of years as well.
They've got to have changed something because it feels a lot better, if that makes sense. Either that or just a competent host makes things better.
Yeah.
But it's definitely the production has changed somehow, and it feels like everything flows a lot better. But either way. As far as the night's concerned so far, if we're about halfway through the awards that have been handed out, I'd say the biggest shock of the night so far, I guess, is Boy and the Heron, and that's not even a big shock. Like, that's Godzilla -1 is probably the biggest win of the night so far for any category because, but we kind of predicted that it would win or the creator would win anyway, so.
Yeah.
I reckon they'll do another ad break. And then I reckon they'll do memoriam because they normally do it about halfway through, don't they? Oh no, ITV, mute it. Oh, I'm so happy for the Godzilla team. I mean, I think it was a team of 30 people, right? 30 VFX artists. I read that they basically rented a flat together to do it. Like their own workspace. I mean, I will say this, not as like this might read as a criticism, but it's not. But I know it's a $7 million budget. I know that comparatively, it's not the same financial numbers as America, right? Like that film was $7 million, but that wouldn't be $7 million if it was produced and made in America. Do you know what I mean? However, it's still talking about what they're capable of producing at levels such as that. I think
from where they were used to be like Man in Suit to where they are now.
But Godzilla -1 had actual character development. And I think like if the whole film was just a CGI blob of crap, no one will care. But they had a real human conflict, human drama in there. They showed, they didn't tell. They built up and built up. I mean, the fact you don't see Godzilla till Tate, have you seen it yet? Sorry, you still haven't, have you?
I still haven't seen it. No, I am waiting for it to become available.
There is a rumor that it might not be legally allowed to release on Blu-ray till next year.
Oh, really?
Your claim. Are you ready for this?
Godzilla screen.
No.
Apparently,
No.
I hope they'll 180 it, but apparently there is a deal in place where Toho Godzilla films can't be released on home media the same year there is an American-produced Godzilla film.
Okay.
Now, you would hope, for common sense's sake and the anniversary, that they might waiver that for 1 year, given -1's a bit fucking special, and Godzilla v Kong 2 looks like utter shit.
They are very much night and day in quality.
Wild change of subject, but we're getting for the third time this evening an advert for Taylor Swift Eras Tour on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
They're charging for this, aren't they? It's not like you get it for free. They're actually charging for you to watch it.
No, it's free.
No, it's becoming Disney. It's Disney Plus content. You could buy it. You've been able to buy it for a while on Apple.
Disney do the ad service, though, don't they? They're all doing that crap about the lowest paid premium being ads or shut. Oh, we're back though.
Yeah.
Best Picture nominee. Oh, Maestro. Here you go. Not to be taking the piss. Do we think we're going to get an almost teary Bradley Cooper camera cutting him once he loses again, or do we think he's finally been able to?
I think he's accepted that he's not even in the top
not winning anything. Yeah.
2 for this. Like
The thing is, right? I get people sort of laughing and joking.
Has anyone actually seen Rustin?
No.
Yes, I watched it yesterday.
How is it?
Okay.
Is the acting
the lead
performance worthy of the Best Picture nomination? Best Actor nomination?
This is where I sort of am with it. It was a very, very, very good lead role performance. I'm not sure if
does he drop out for Zac Efron? Is that what we're saying?
So like in my head, right? You've got Cillian Murphy, #1 Country Mile. You've then got
I'd say
you're going to say Paul Giamatti.
I'm saying Paul Giamatti and Cillian are both top.
I think Zach. Oh, sorry, they're back. I think Jeffrey Wright is lock-in. They're talking about Russ now, actually. Oh, they're talking about the Michael Jackson biopic. Yeesh. Some rumors about it this week, aren't there? It's got a budget of $155 million. And it's not going to have anything. Obviously, it's been produced by Michael Jackson's family. And it's been played by, obviously, I think what would be his nephew or great nephew or something. But that film that comes out is going to be, I reckon, just controversy regardless. Because there's not going to be any mention, I think, of the underage stuff. Which I understand from a legal perspective.
No, there's no way, yeah.
But to me, then it sinks into the Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, hey guys, let's give Freddie Mercury AIDS 5 years early, just in time for Live Aid. Like, you still look back at that, and it's just dreadful. Then obviously
it came up in. I was going to say it came up in debate recently with one of my friends about Bohemian Rhapsody, and I still to this day, as a massive Queen fan, detest that film. And a lot of people I was speaking to about it like the film because it's an easy watch. And when I was just talking about it from a film perspective, and I was like, the editing is shocking. I don't know how it won Best Editing. The film itself it feels cheap, even though it's got a massive budget, and the story itself. And I think what also I dislike about it is the fact that Rami Malek looks the role, but isn't the role. And yet on this, was it 1 year before or the same year, we had Taron Egerton as,
year after
Elton John, who actually did the singing, actually did the music work for it, didn't get any recognition for it, which is a better performance.
If you think about it, Dexter Fletcher did the reshoots on. Well, reshoots, he basically took over, didn't he, for Bryan Singer after all his stuff come out again.
Yeah.
I think they're doing documentary short.
What's that?
I think they're doing documentary. They've got Kate McKinnon and America Ferrera out.
Does that mean they're going to do documentary feature as well?
I'm going to guess. I reckon they'll probably do both back to back, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
They're talking about dinosaurs or something. They're talking about documentaries and dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Here we go. I do like Kate McKinnon. I don't think she's had that film breakthrough yet. I think she was incredible on SNL. And she was great as Weird Barbie, but I just think... I don't know, she just hasn't had the film for me at least, to get her into what we know she can do.
What have we got down as our documentary sort picks? Because I feel like this is where it's going to...
The ABC's...
These categories are the ones where it's going to...
I've got the ABCs of book banning, and you both have The Last Repair Shop. What an incredible poster, by the way, for a documentary short there. That's like Drew's mess.
Yeah.
It's a really nice little documentary as well. That it's on Disney Plus. If you get a chance to watch it, it's just a lovely little thing about these people who repair instruments for
I picked
people who need it. It's
I
just,
picked The Last Repair Shop because I went onto Disney Plus and I saw it on Disney Plus. I haven't seen it.
Still on that homepage.
That's why I picked it. I was like, oh, that's one of the documentary short nominees. I'm going to pick that one.
and you were wise too. It's just hitting the Oscar.
Does that mean
Put
we're all
that.
level?
Yeah.
I think that does level us right up.
Oh wow, it's the director's second Oscar win, apparently. I see. I never researched stuff like that. Shouldn't I?
Yeah, maybe. Wait, what else did he win for?
No idea.
Let me find out.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't normally, not in a disrespectful way, I don't have time to watch all the features, so the shorts I just never get the chance to do. But I just
to be honest, I
thought
only
that
caught the
book
ones that were
bannings
like
are-
on like this one I caught because it was on Disney Plus, and I watched the Wes Anderson one on Netflix, the one with
Everyone knows
Benedict
that's
Oh,
Oh,
Henry
Mac-
Sugar. That's
yes,
clearly
Henry
going to
Sugar.
win. Like, he made it 39 minutes or something like that just so it fit into the
They
category.
changed the credits,
Ridiculous.
didn't they, to make sure
Yeah.
it wins? Basically, it was under the limit.
I quite enjoyed it, to be honest.
Uh,
I don't really.
so
I'm
I
not
watched.
normally a big Wes
Did
Anderson
you do
fan.
5 or 4 of them?
Oh, he won in 2022 with the Queen of Basketball. This is now his third Oscar nomination. One in 2022 and 2024. That's crazy. And he's not done any long form documentaries from what I can see, all short form.
Well, hopefully he gets a second Oscar. Means he can get a budget to whether he wants to continue doing this. I guess that's the key, right? Is it Some people are just documentary filmmakers; they don't want to do.
Do you ever feel when you watch like some of the documentary shorts, you know,
I
you
mean,
could put
he's-
together a little team and win one of these fairly simply?
I just want to point out he's only 33, so he's got quite a long career ahead of him. Like, 2-time Oscar
tell you.
winner at 33. That's ridiculous.
We could come together with some idea and we could nail a best documentary short. We'll find something.
We should make a documentary. We should make a documentary about the ins and outs of watching the Oscars, and they'll love it.
Yes, we should. Documentary feature next.
The all
They
at
will
20
go
days of
into
Mario
the
Ball.
It's because it's
Yeah.
harrowing, and my word, that was a tough watch.
I mean,
It's
You
because
think-
out
you
of all the
think Hollywood,
nominations,
they're
it's the
just
only one I
nominate still?
recognised.
Have you not seen it?
No.
It's so harrowing. It's awful. I'd never watch it again.
what? Which one? 20 Days of Mario Ball.
Yeah. It's,
Did we all pick it?
yeah. I
All
think
3 of
so.
us. Yeah. Wow. It's won it everywhere, hasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Thing is, it must be
Yeah.
tough for them at the same time. They've made the documentary. They've got the Ukrainian background, and at the same time, they're probably consciousness to a point that they not like doing these ceremonies, but you just know that they're here with the messages as much as they are for what they've worked on. They're not
Yeah.
accepting Oscar for the sake of it. They want to use the speech for political. Exactly what Jonathan Glazer did about Gaza too.
Just for people like Jonathan Ross to go, what about my bingo?
First Oscar in Ukrainian history.
Wow.
Wow.
And I'm honored. But probably I will be the first director on the stage who will say, I wish I'd never made this film. I wish to be able to exchange this to Russia never attacking Ukraine, never occupying our cities.
George, I've got full volume on your
Sorry.
stream, my friend.
We shall
Just so
fill
we
the
don't
gap
get-
with talking. So
Yeah,
last month I rewatched Free Solo, a previous Best Documentary winner.
yes.
And
Did you enjoy it? Did you? I had a hard time because I don't like the guy who's the actual.
He is an interesting character. He's such a loner and
let's put it that way. Yeah.
He obviously hates his girlfriend, but puts up with
Yes.
her just because he needs to have that. Otherwise, he is literally the most boring person outside of his job on the planet. Like he needs an accessory piece just so that people actually think he isn't a reptile. Like,
yeah, pretty much. That was the feeling I got from him.
What was it? One of my friends who's really into climbing basically said that it might be a beard kind of couple thing, you know, just parading in front, just to,
definitely, just so people can have it. Yeah,
yeah. But very fascinating documentary. That year, I remember there being, not really controversy, but I remember in my head there being a bit of controversy because I didn't think that should have won that year. I think what was it called? The one by Peter Jackson should have won instead.
Oh,
oh my god, I had the name in my head, it's gone.
Sorry to interrupt. It's happening, guys. I'm just Ken's coming next.
They Shall Not Grow Old.
It's going to ITV. They Shall Not Grow Old was great, and then they forgot to register it for the Oscars.
Correct. And I feel like it probably would have won that year if they did register it.
Yeah. Easily.
But
so I'm just Ken's after the ad break. I'm probably going to mute my stream on the song because I want to hear it.
Oh, please, please mute it. I may actually mute you guys just so I can listen to it afterwards because it will be, midway through.
I was going to say, we'll have finished just at starting for you.
I've just got ITV, unfortunately.
I hope we do get some other people. Obviously, I know Ryan Gosling's obviously going to be on there. I do hope he's gathered some of the cast in. Michael Cera to make an amazing.
Everyone involved.
We know that Simu Liu is there. I don't know if Ben Kingsley is there or if any of the other Kens like Shruti Gatwa or anyone like that are there.
Just get celebrities out of the crowd.
Yeah,
get Robert Downey Jr. on it.
Joe Quinn's there for some strange reason.
They're promoting Quiet
Gladiator 2
because he's there with the
Quiet Place, of course, yeah. Oh, of course,
Gladiator
makes sense,
2.
yeah.
Is anybody asking for Gladiator 2?
What people's thoughts on the finally Fantastic Four cast finally being announced?
A lot of people are talking about, what's his face?
Joe Quinn and Pedro Pascal being the two they're criticizing the most.
Yeah, a lot of criticism thrown towards Pedro Pascal in particular.
I agree.
Yeah,
I don't want to be like Game of Thrones too old. It's not. It feels very typical. It's like an algorithm cast the Fantastic Four. Like who's been in popular things in the last 2 or 3 years that we can get.
I would have preferred Glenn Howerton.
Which one?
Glenn Howerton.
Let me look.
From Always Sunny. Who was almost cast as Star-Lord. Yeah, he was almost cast as Star-Lord as well. He has that
He's the same age as
personality
Pedro
type character.
Pascal.
I know. However, I would have preferred that casting over Pedro Pascal. It's set in it's meant to be set in the past, isn't it? 60s, 70s, isn't it? Or 50s?
It's when it
or
looks like it's
something.
going to be set in the 60s. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
announcement was better. That it looks like it's going to be something at least that's got some sort of, what would you say?
I think we're about to go
Creative
back to
approach.
the Oscars, and
Oh,
I'm just Ken.
oh no, Best Picture nominee.
Oh, Best Picture nominee first.
Zone of
And then it'll be-
No, they're not doing Zone of Interest followed by I'm Just Ken, are they?
I believe they are about to. Yes.
No way. No
I believe
way.
they are about to do that. Oh,
It's like that
my
person from Little
word.
White Lies that put Barbie.
It would be
Zone of
even
Interest
worse
as a
if they
double
then
bill.
did Zone of Interest, then the In Memoriam, then I'm Just Ken. That would be.
What are they doing next? How do you? Oh, people taking their seats.
Let me know if they're going into it after.
Oh no,
Zendaya. Sorry, I almost made
Zendaya.
the June. What? The June noise.
She should have come out riding a worm. No euphemism.
Oh no, they're doing awards. Maybe I'm Just Ken's going to be at the end of these ad breaks.
It will
Oh,
be. They've been
cinematography.
doing them just before the
Cinematography is
ad break.
next.
Cinematography.
Oh,
What did we put? Guys?
cinematography. Must be a tough life being Zendaya. It's, looking like that, acting in the film she does.
Really interesting, because looking at that poster and thinking about it, would they ever, I know we've already talked about different awards being introduced, casting is going to be coming up, we've got stunts, film advertising.
No. Who the fuck would vote on good advertising?
I just know how the Academy and all of that love to kind of fillet themselves and stuff like that. So advertising their own films, I feel like would be a category.
The Oppenheimer sweep continues.
They just like said that like without any hesitation. They were like, let's get this ball going. Like that was quick.
Yeah, they're probably like trying to make up those 5 minutes. They're trying to make up those 5 minutes.
We know Hoyt van Hoyt. I mean, they developed black and white 70mm IMAX film reels, for fuck's sake. Like, what a legend. He's got a whole speech. Here we go.
Those aspiring filmmakers out there, I would like to say, please try shooting that incredible new thing called celluloid.
Pushing a real film.
Thing is, I do agree with the shooting on film thing, right? But how the fuck are students meant to do it? Like,
it's becoming a lost art, and it's becoming a more expensive art to actually do it that way.
And they don't teach the people that want to do it how. Like,
digital filmmaking has become such an ease for people. You tend to have in your hand a camera that's capable of going out and shooting
60 frames per second, 4K.
Yeah, you can put something up that looks close if you can colorize it right. But the art of filmmaking on actual celluloid is something that's
and that's what I liked with Dream Part 2 is that they asked. Oh, who's this? Do they only for Zendaya to present one award?
Yep.
Why? What's the next award?
Short film.
This will go to Wes Anderson. His first Oscar.
Yeah, they literally have flying best live action short. And it'd be quite funny if Wes Anderson didn't win. But
it would be embarrassing if Wes Anderson didn't win, because this is clearly him trying to win an Oscar. I haven't seen him there.
Yeah, actually, at no point did they've never.
But again, the ballot paper, red, white, and blue, I think would win if it wasn't for Henry Sugar.
Of course.
Sorry.
Henry Sugar.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I mean, here's the thing. Hoyt's still on my.
Oh, he's not there. He's not there.
He's not there for it.
They are blazing through this then.
Yeah.
If he's not
To be
there.
fair, you know what? I respect that. They know he's not winning. Is he filming his new film maybe already? Because he films in Europe a lot, doesn't he?
What's he filming at the moment?
Something quirky.
No shit. Like
Oh wait, they're still not doing I'm Just Ken. Why did they tease I'm Just Ken if they're not singing it?
yeah, but did they tease I'm Just Ken on
The Fire
ITV,
Inside is the next
or
song
did
being
they
performed.
tease it?
Yeah,
on the
they
actual
teased
stream?
it. They have
Yeah.
like loads of cowboys clicking their fingers like they're about to come on stage. I'm muting this again. I saw Flame. Here's a good one. What are your thoughts on this weird new trend of corporate biopics? It's becoming a thing now.
What
There's a
with
lot
like
of them. There was
Air and
Blackberry.
Air, Flaming
Yeah.
Hot. It's a bit different, but you watched the GameStop thing, right? The
GameStop
finance
thing,
one.
yeah. That was quite a
There's-
good one though, to be fair.
Oh,
They're-
Dumb Money was that one.
Yeah, Dumb Money was
they're doing
great.
Yeah,
another one
yeah.
this year that was announced. Apple's doing something.
Apple just had the BlackBerry one come out recently.
That's it.
So the
I
next
just-
the next Wes Anderson film is called The Phoenician Scheme, and the only 3 cast members are Benicio del Toro, Michael Cera, and Bill Murray.
Seems like he's doing a proper film then.
And he's writing it with Roman Coppola.
Another Coppola.
Interesting.
I just-
Another
There's a lot
Coppola.
of them.
I've never been an Anderson fan.
Have you
I'm in
not?
the same boat there. I've tried.
But
I've
I-
actually
but I
watched-
We're
did
gonna
really
we're gonna
enjoy
do
it.
we're absolutely gonna do a retrospective when his next film comes out.
I can't wait. I'm not going to make thumbnails. I'm just going to say, there you go. Find the people. My work here is done. You think
Is
if you
this a
get the
comedy
people
song,
easy-
by the way?
The film
Is
is
this
a comedy
song?
and unreliable. I just don't know why it's.
It was a very
So
quick
Flamin'
song. It's
Hot,
all over
it's
already.
about the origin of the Flaming Hot Cheeto flavor, but it's
Yes.
it's in disrepute anyway because the person that claims he did. I mean, too far. I'm not going to be on a corporate side of this, but there's a lot of. Is that? That's sorry, ITV. Keep on mute. Sorry. The Flaming Hot thing was just weird. It was okay. It was entertaining, right? It was. I think it's because it was directed by. Oh God, what's her name? Is it
This,
Eva Longoria's directorial debut?
So this
What?
this song feels like a Eurovision song. Like
It might as well be. The film's a comedy. It's a comedy drama, but it's like
Yeah.
a not unreliable narrator. But like, the film ends with they say that he never helped make it. That he was just a janitor. And then then you read the real life stuff is like he wasn't a janitor. He was actually high up a lot. So I think there's mixed truths and mixed lies and all of it. But again, it sort of sums up the streaming service, right? Who needs a biopic on the origin of cheaters?
yeah. Is it more or less reliable than Weird, the Al Yankovic story? That's my question.
You know what?
What
It feels similar to that, but it's not. It's not trying to be a parody. But they're trying to keep it funny. But
At least they
not
kept the song short. If they cut I'm Just Ken short, I'm gonna murder someone.
They're
there.
not putting that.
They've got to
They
do
know
the
they're not-
full. They have to do the Can You Feel the Kennedy section, like with the full on, costume change and everything.
Okay,
You're
my
going to think
next
it's
bet,
their one where they're going to go big. They've got to.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get sound and score next.
But then you've
And
got to
then
have the
it's
in
songs
memoriam.
and
Oh,
the big four.
Hold on. They're doing an advert for the Zendaya tennis thing, and I like tennis, so
Oh, challenges.
yeah.
That was one of the ones moved from Oscar season, wasn't it? That was from November to April. It does. I mean, I'm intrigued to watch it.
Okay, I'll put it this way: the new
whole film's
advert
in the
for
trailer,
it,
though.
they've changed completely what the original one looked
Oh
like.
yeah, they changed the
original one looked
posters. They
like-
changed everything.
Yeah, the first one looked like Call Me by Your Name, kind of, love triangle drama
Yeah.
featuring tennis. This new one looks like, it looks like a more teeny poppy kind of like college drama. Like it doesn't
It's
have the
not the
same
way it was
aesthetics to
sold on the first
trailer.
trailer at all. No.
Absolutely not. That makes me less wanting to see that film, that advert. It had they've changed the poster to have neon in it, and they had clips of them smashing tennis rackets, and what's it called? They had pop music in the background. That's a complete
Ooh,
change of
sorry to
direction
jump in.
for the film.
They've just put next Ryan Gosling to perform I'm Just Ken.
Oh,
But he's not happy. That's what ITV is saying. So that probably means it's not true too.
well, what would be the next awards to present in the next pairing? What do you reckon? What have we got left to present?
I reckon sound and score.
Sound,
Or
score, in
sound,
memoriam.
score, and song. You can't do I'm Just Ken in memoriam, can you?
That is the memoriam.
Oh my word! Oh no!
Nothing can beat. Genuinely, I know there've been Oscar like mess ups before and stuff like that, but nothing can beat the In Memoriam, which had a really up tempo beat to it and was
it last year when they'd stop the song to hand over to someone talking about was it Jamie Lee Curtis holding a dog? Do you remember?
No, that was a year and a bit ago, wasn't
That
it?
sounds like a fever dream.
That was the weird one when they'd stop the
So
memoriam.
here's something interesting. Here's something interesting. The live stream on my end just cut back to the actual Oscars ceremony with a countdown until the next award because I think they're back on schedule. I think they've caught up.
Oh, we're going to the Oscar stage. Best Picture nominee. Okay, so it's not next, is it? Why do they keep teasing that?
They'll do it before the outbreak, like they've done with all the others.
I really liked it.
I was going to say, I really did like it, yeah. I know, Tate, you weren't a fan, but...
I wasn't a massive fan of
really
American
enjoyed
Fiction.
I sort of like the fact how, not like self-aware it is, but it's almost like a rich satire, isn't it?
Mm. Well, it's written by... was it written by the team behind Succession, or was that a different film?
No, I think it was the...
Did he do Succession, or did he do The Good Place? I can't remember. The writer. I can hear your stream, George.
Yeah. I'm waiting. Jimmy Kimmel switched his outfit, which I'm guessing means Ken.
Here to present the Oscar for Best Sound, one of the funniest and loudest people I know. Please welcome John Mulaney.
Best sound.
John Mulaney. Okay, that's why he was at. I love John Mulaney. Best sound. Okay, here we go. We've got a split here. George and Dave Oppenheimer, Tate Zone of Interest.
Well, this is going to be
Zone of Interest
interesting.
might be a really good call for it, you know.
It's got a good chance. He's got a very good chance.
Yeah.
I love John Mulaney. They picked him on purpose because of his voices, haven't they? Sorry, Madam Web joke.
I wouldn't mind John Mulaney actually presenting the Oscars as well. I think
he'd do a good job. Yeah.
He hosted the Governor's Ball about a month ago, and his opening monologue was fucking great. He has the right balance of roast and respect, and he's the one that did the line about what did he say? Angela Bassett being nominated for acting in a Marvel performance is like giving a Reddit comment the Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
And they're all just pissing themselves. Then it cuts to Robert Downey Jr. He laughed the most. And then Robert Downey Jr. released a statement next day, like, some of my best acting is actually in Iron Man. I was like, yeah, we all know that. But like, John Mulaney's still talking. They're not giving him his own monologue.
Yeah.
The fact he turned up in the Bear in that episode where everyone just turned up as well was sensational.
It's like he had just a 2-minute skit there just to...
Okay, sound, right. This is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
I can see Zone of Interest winning, but I'm all in. I'm all in on Oppenheimer sweep. Nothing will ever beat. There was like a montage like 10 years ago for best sound. It was just a minute of like montaging everything, and it was just ridiculous. But I don't need a 10-second
flying
clip.
through the clips. It's none of them are like a long clip. It's a...
Oh, but then you've got that scene. Oppenheimer's better than anything, isn't it? The steps. It's a good award. It's a good award this year. No, not you, Maestro.
Yeah, that's not taking it either.
There we go.
Ooh!
Sorry, Tate, it was my thing on really loud.
Yeah.
Zone of interest takes it. Well done. Oh, it was an excellent call.
That is an inspired pick.
It got
I
it
think
a BAFTA, didn't it?
Yeah, genuinely, it was fresh in my mind because I watched Zone of Interest yesterday.
Oh.
So
After I put my
was like,
picks
wow,
in,
this
looking
is...
back, I was like,
Hey,
just thinking
Sorry.
about it, it was like, yeah.
There's another cat. Hello. I think it heard the noises from Zone of Interest. And now it wants to have its own sound effect.
I think what helps is the way I see Zone of Interest as a film is the film itself, when you take it in isolation, is not the most entertaining film. It's a very kind of menial family drama with the background obviously being a horrific situation.
Yeah.
However, the sound elevates the film to a new level. It makes the entire film on edge when it doesn't have to be. If you take away the sound from the film and just have it as a normal sounding film, it is just a family drama. There's nothing kind of tense happening in the background.
Do apologize. The cat enjoyed.
Can you hear it?
No.
It's by the microphone.
We can. This is why next year we're getting nominated for best sound. Like, are they moving straight into best score?
They're still talking.
Yes.
They're still on the speech.
Mm.
A bit aggressive.
Good call on that one, Tate. Good call.
Mm.
I know Mulaney's going off, so I don't know if they're going straight into.
Well, they've gone from double presenting to single presenters now,
Sorry,
right?
I've beaten myself. They're going into I'm Just Ken, so I'm
I
muted.
think we're going to I'm Just Ken as well. Enjoy
Okay,
the next couple of minutes.
I'll see you all on the other side.
I will see you all on the other side as well. Do you want me to continue speaking to the live stream just so we can keep something going until it comes on? George, your cat is... Oh my lord! What? We can't even ask George's cat's name because he's fully focused on I'm Just Ken. We've got pure entertainment here because it's just over the shoulder. It's hilarious.
Oh, Tate, you're in for a treat when you get to this.
Oh, I will be. I cannot wait. I genuinely cannot wait. I will be muting both of you, and I will just be just enjoying the moment. It's you know, it's one of those things that we were looking forward to the most when it came to this live stream. I think everyone was excited that, you know, they were going to get Ryan Gosling to perform. He was actually going to do it this time. And realistically, I know that What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish is probably going to win. This is the best. I think this is the best song overall. The production behind it, the actual song itself of the year.
Oh, hang on, we have. Yes.
So I'm now going to mute and...
Yeah, that's okay. You go for it, my friend. Wow, this is... It's an incredible thing.
No.
Oh, wow.
Come off. No, come off.
What a number this is.
This is phenomenal.
It gets so much better. Billie Eilish might be getting a bit worried.
Nailed it.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So why the fuck Slash there? But okay. Spielberg's like, what the fuck just happened?
There is a certain confusion over a lot of faces, but amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Right, I'm gonna quickly. I need to get all this hair off my top. I'll be back in a minute. It's gone back to ITV, folks. Have a chat about the performance, and I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Tate to get through the end of this because what we've just seen in that performance was quite phenomenal. Let's say Billie Eilish might now be sitting thinking, you know what? I might not take this based on that performance alone. I know it's based on the song, but that was quite the performance. When Slash comes out to play the guitar riff through the end of that, fireworks, dancing, just
this is one of the best moments in Oscar history. What am I watching?
Yeah, that was, it's quite unreal.
Oh my Lord. Wow.
The production of that alone is worth an Oscar. I'm sorry, that is phenomenal.
Can I change my vote to this song? I don't care if I lose the prediction game.
Yeah. I just think that
is one of the greatest Oscar moments of all time.
It's just how serious they took that to, like, right, if we're going to do it, we're doing it massive. We're doing it so big.
Oh, they went big. All of the other songs, they just did a snippet of it. They just did like the tiniest bit.
Yeah.
That cannot. I mean, I loved the performance of Natu Natu last year. I love the fact that that won. That is different. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, what I want every year
ridiculous.
You can't up that. You need another level of a song.
No, why couldn't we get Peaches? Imagine that and Peaches in the same Oscar year. I'm sorry, but the Oscars themselves need to look at themselves and go, do we want the best songs or do we want production value and do we want the big glitz and glamour? And realistically,
do you want to entertain people?
Peaches,
yeah.
Imagine the amount of people tuning in just to watch that moment just then.
Yeah, yeah. That'll be a viral YouTube thing tomorrow. That'll be the thing people are going back and watching over and over again.
People might actually watch the Oscars next year. It won't be just us and whoever's watching the stream. we are the full Oscar viewing catalog right now. You know,
really
the Cinema Savvy live stream is just us. It is literally just
us and George's cat.
George's cat is pulling in 1/5 of the viewership of the entire Oscars.
We'll have to put in the thumbnail.
I'm pretty sure the
thumbnail will be the Oscars and a cat. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
the cat muted your mic.
It didn't unmute your mic because you were, it did.
It walked on the keyboard and has done something, and then started headbutting to the laptop.
But, George, your thoughts on I'm Just Ken?
Generational.
Yeah, what a performance.
The thing is, we knew it would be. When that report this week says there's going to be 65 dancers with him, and it's like, yeah, let's just get Slash though. Like, I don't even I'm not even that knowledgeable in music, but yeah, he was around. Unless it's like a Vegas in person and I missed it. Like,
no, that was Slash.
That was Slash.
It's just one of those things you have to go big. Now, did they follow that up with In Memoriam?
Oh, don't. Did they only do sound? They didn't do best score. Oh, they'll do score and song together, won't they?
Score and song, yeah, I would have thought. And on the upside, Barbie has a 2 in 5 chance of winning an Oscar.
I just still. Oh, they're going back. What's going to be next, guys? What are we betting on? Another Best Picture nominee? They've done the Oppenheimer one yet? Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil.
No, it's this one, yeah.
Was that all of them there? They've not showed him.
Or if they missed, they've done
Barbie. They've done Poor Things.
And that
they've done Zone of Interest, American Fiction.
Zone of Interest. They've done Killers of Flower Moon. We've done American
maybe,
Fiction.
maybe this is the 10th.
Mm.
I'm probably missing one. Did anything really bad sneak in? No. It just cuts to Nolan like, yep, what's up, guys?
Original score.
Score and song together.
Yeah.
It was the way that they would just piss themselves the moment the camera cut to him, sat down. Oh, just what a moment. The fact we have two great moments of naked John Cena and Ryan Gosling.
It's what the Oscars should be, though. They should
And
be
the twins moment as well. The twins moment was great. And dare I say, how they've handled all the acting categories so far with the Field of Dreams. This is one of the best Oscars they've done.
It's for the actual show itself. I think it's right up there. Certainly out the last few years. I mean, obviously we had the COVID years when those were just that awful show in that back restaurant that it seemed to be that time, when everyone was expecting Chadwick Boseman to get a nomination.
Yeah, let's
Anthony
change
Hopkins
the show.
edit.
Let's change the show. We'll end on Best Actor. Okay, Anthony Hopkins. Well, we're not going to let him attend because he's old and has asked to watch it from home. They've told him no, he can't even like Zoom call in. Okay, soundtracks up first. No surprise here, guys. We all have Oppenheimer to win this.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ, yeah.
I would have
This
gone
is
with
one of the
American
most
Fiction
sealed
as
on
my
things
next
at night,
pick,
right?
though.
I'd have gone with
Yeah,
John Williams because he just always gets nominated for no reason. And there's no reasons why that's in front of John Williams, but
What were the
Indiana
nominees
Jones
this
should
year
not have been
for-
nominated for Best Score.
Sorry, what were the nominees this year for Best Score?
Oppenheimer,
American Fiction,
American
Indiana
Fiction,
Jones,
Killers of the Flower
Oppenheimer,
Moon.
Poor Things and Killers of the Flower Moon. The biggest robbery was probably Spider-Verse not being nominated for John Williams.
Yeah. I'll as my second pick, I'd probably give it to probably Poor Things.
Poor
Just
Things
for
had a
being
great
weird.
score once accompanied with the film. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Mm.
And Ludwig steps up.
He's almost an EGOT, by the way. He just needs a Tony.
Mm.
He won his Emmy for Mandalorian, I think. He won a Grammy years ago of Childish Gambino, and he won his Oscar for Black Panther. I think he's only needed a Tony for ages. I'm just thinking in another universe, this year was basically Oppenheimer versus Dune for all the technicals.
Yeah. That would have been a good tussle.
And that's something, right? You look at things like I think Titanic had some decent competition, but you look at the films where like they won at 11, like look, Return the King. Return the King was in one of the worst Oscar years. Like if you look at the state, the only other big one was oh god, what's the Bill Murray film? Sofia Coppola, Lost in Translation. That was it. That was the other one. And Big Fish or whatever was that
Ewan McGregor.
So, but that's incredibly weak for 3 out of 5 Best Pictures. Do you know what I mean?
One day you'll have to do that for the most undeserving Oscar winners. Billie Eilish takes
Something's
it.
best. Billie Eilish takes it. I'm guessing we all have Billie Eilish down as our pick, right?
Yes, I put it on the tweet, but yeah, we all had because Barbie had 2 nominations, but yeah, we all had what was I made for? But like I said, like I'm just kind of it shouldn't win over that in terms of song and the Oscar, but it will have the moment that doesn't. If that makes sense.
I made the case. I made the case that the actual production behind the song itself is possibly better.
Yes. Yeah, it is. The song. Because the Oscars best song is not best use of a song. Or
Correct. Which maybe it should be because you know, a lot of the time, I understand the Bond songs winning because they are used as part of an opening title sequence, and that is accompanied by
That is
other
Bond.
things within it. That is Bond. A lot of the other wins for best song win
Credits normally at the end,
credits, yeah,
or
which isn't the
or it
best
was in
use
the
for
song.
those
It was in
songs.
the film for 20 seconds.
Exactly. I feel like the best song at the Oscars, the film awards, should go to a song that, you know, is incorporated into the film the best as well. You know, I feel like it should be that, you know, it should be taken into account. It shouldn't be just kind of left hanging as the best song that is in a film. It is the best song accompanying a film.
Do you think there's a third sibling? You know how you've got like Chris Hemsworth, Liam Hemsworth, and then there's like another one, or you got like you got
There's an
Christopher
Eilish
Nolan,
somewhere.
Jonathan Nolan, and then there's the assassin older brother. You all know about that, right?
The assassin older brother.
You don't know about the hitman Nolan.
No.
This is real, by the way. There is a third Nolan brother who is older than the other two, whose hitman codename was actually Oppenheimer. Oh, there's going to do the whole rehash of we did this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we gave
look at
this to people.
We gave it Angela Bassett because we fucked her over last year.
Yeah.
There's still so we've got a few more awards left.
And Memoriam.
Yeah, so we've got the actor, actress, director, film. We'll probably get Memoriam next.
Yeah.
Oh, back to ITV, right? We can meet that.
Yeah, they're just saying they're going to the biggest awards of the night.
Yeah, they're right. I mean,
Yeah,
the timing,
actually,
that 2:30 timing, it does take a bit longer though, doesn't it? Because they've got the five people to introduce
out,
each. I think that's all 10 films that have been in the best montage.
Yeah, I believe so. So is it just the acting categories left? It's acting, director, and film. Big four, right? Okay. Interesting.
The finale to the Oppenheimer.
Do we have anything different on any of the big four? I know Best Picture we've got the same. I know Best Director we've got the same. Best. I was so tempted to put Giamatti down as actor, but I know now that it's probably going to go to Cillian.
This is
that's the only one.
That's the only one where we're different. Yeah.
Like I said, BAFTA just didn't nominate Lily Gladstone at all. That could be the one.
Just feel Emma Stone's just got that. Emma Stone's just got that momentum going into the awards ceremony.
I mean, if you think about it, look at that. Oppenheimer's won 4, Poor Things has won 3, Zone of Interest 2, and then 4 films have won each.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But again, it's a strong year. To have a dominant film in an incredibly strong year is quite something. But again, Barbie, if it's not for Poor Things, Barbie wins 3 more Oscars.
Oh, definitely. Without
it
shadow
wins
of a
costume, production, and
like Tayte said, they're very similar films on different ends of the spectrum. Like,
I mean, the really annoying thing about this ITV coverage, right, is it's on terrestrial TV for the first time in years. You've had very popular films up for best film for the first time in years. You've got big actors going who people want to tune in for,
and you have Jonathan
Ross.
Is
this shit. Yeah, well, it's not even having Jonathan Ross is the problem. Just the drivel. I'm sorry, but I don't even want to know his name. They say he's a filmmaker, but if you're going to go on an all-nighter to do Oscars coverage on terrestrial TV, on ITV1 Live, and your opening remarks is you don't like biopics, what the fuck are you doing talking about the Oscars then?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even being rude at this point in time. And someone's going to comment, but I'm like, shit jokes, shit coverage. Like, you've dropped the ball. Because this will be the biggest one they have for years. And I'm sat here saying, bring back Alex fucking Zane already. Like,
I think they put these
get
out.
Graham Norton to host it.
If it was BBC, he probably would, to be fair.
Yeah.
He'd be great. And also, everyone would want to be on the sofa to watch it with him.
Yeah, 100%. Literally host it in his studio. Have him actually have an audience and have him have guests popping in every now and then. Don't have a TikTok room, just, you know.
Well, on the
they've not
upside, they
cut
haven't
they've
gone
not
to.
cut to the
They've never
TikTok room
showed
once.
them again. Yeah, it was only
But
at the
then what
very
was the
start they
point?
showed them there.
What was the point then? Do you reckon like they went on Twitter, saw all the abuse, and was like, okay, let's not talk about
Maybe.
this? But like, what can a TikToker get from? It's not like they've sent the TikTokers to the Oscars, thank God, because that happened at BAFTA. Did you see about the random YouTuber that walked on the stage with the Oppenheimer lot for best film?
Stood in the background, didn't he? Just prankster on YouTube, being hilarious.
The I'm Just Ken bit, I believe, is now on their YouTube channel already.
It'll be flying. The views on that will
how
be.
Variety's
on the
tweeted the
Oscars
full video.
Are we
I'm
saying
I'm
Oscars
checking their
YouTube channel?
YouTube. I don't know. It's on Twitter. The full recording is on Twitter. Okay, maybe not yet because they're still going through. They've just uploaded a best adapted screenplay for American Fiction. Oh, they are back though. Right, guys. What do we reckon first? Actor?
Or Memoriam?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
They've got someone talking German on mine.
Interesting.
The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is good people's. Oh, it's about Navalny. Yes, it is in memoriam. I'm gonna respectfully just mute this for a few minutes as well.
Mute for this one. Yeah.
I'm not sure about the dancers
Yeah, the strictly
taking
thing
off
was a bit-
taking off all the screen, so I can't see the names properly. Oh god, it's ITV. Sorry, I'm muting. God, do you think that's on the ITV bingo card?
Oh, the
Oh
memorial
god, it's
section.
like oh god, no, oh god, it's ITV. I'm muting. That's been mine tonight.
The only thing on the bingo card. I mean, Andrea Bocelli is always a win. It was a
I don't like this, right? So they've gone straight in with a photo of Matthew Perry because at BAFTA didn't acknowledge it because BAFTA said in their statement he'll be in the TV one because obviously his most iconic
Friends,
role and
yeah,
most well known for TV. And it just feels a bit cheap of ITV to have the photo ready straight after. Like,
take that BBC. Yeah.
so it feels a bit cheap for me, that.
I did like the where they got more people up on the screens by splitting the 5 pictures across the boards on there.
There's like
Seemed to get a
Carl
lot
Weather
more-
tribute now. We'll see him in the corner though, but we'll have the people dancing like a wave at the front. I'm not sure. Don't know if that makes me sound old fashioned or something, but I'd rather just be able to see the names. The performance is great with the musicians.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wholeheartedly agree. I was on mute there. I think that was
Great until the
better than
dancing.
they've done it in some other years. However, I didn't see half the names. I didn't see half the faces, and
Yeah.
it means that in the in memoriam section, the people who we're trying to remember and the people who we're trying to pay our respects to aren't the main event, and that's a bit crazy. That's the whole point of the in memoriam section, that we're meant to be, paying tribute to the people who, have given to cinema, have given to, everything the Oscars is all about. And yet, as much as I love Andrea Bocelli, he's the main event, then the dancers, then the people we're actually meant to be remembering. That's a bit shitty. You've got to put the in memoriam first and then build around that. And I don't believe they did that.
It was more of a performance than just a moment to reflect.
Correct. Correct.
So we're going into the big 4.
The big 4: best actress, best actor, best director, best picture. Do you think they'll do director before actor-actress this time round? I feel like they might, because then he's going to
Do director first.
I've got a feeling.
Yeah, instead of having him come up literally 2 times in a row.
Because when they win it, they go around the back, don't they?
Yeah.
Nah, they're just going to hold him literally on the stage. Just stay there. We're just going to open
Just
the envelope. you wait in the corner.
Present the award? Can you present this for us?
Literally, they're just going to hand him both Oscars at the same time. Just like, here you go, mate.
This is, we've got 4 awards left. It shouldn't take long, but yes, it will. Oh, best actors first.
Best actor. Okay.
Right, guys. So I wonder who this could be on their prediction card.
Here's the big thing. Is it Cillian? Is it Cillian?
You know what's actually more intriguing?
Paul Giamatti.
The hope is trying to guess who are the 5 that are going to present for each Oh my god, they got Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage. I saw that he was on the red
This is
carpet.
incredible, actually. But then you got to guess who's going to be presenting for who. Surely Ben Kingsley's going to do Cillian Murphy because of the whole British vibe. Nicolas Cage, I'm guessing, is Paul Giamatti, right?
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want Nick Cage to do crazy Nick Cage.
Oh, Fraser's been losing weight again. Fair fucking play. I'm going to mute mine because I want to listen to this. No offense.
No, that's okay.
I'm still on adverts as well. So, I can continue talking. This year, I believe it is directly between, Paul Giamatti and Cillian Murphy.
Giamatti would have been my pick if it was to do with whose performance I preferred. Yeah.
Correct.
I thought Giamatti was excellent in Holdovers. I just loved it.
Yeah, everything is saying that Cillian Murphy's going to win it.
Everything's coming up Oppenheimer.
The only thing that didn't was it the SAGs or the it was something like was it the SAGs that Giamatti won in? Or
the Giamatti got the one award through there. Oh, Nick Cage doing Giamatti.
Which just drops a tiny seed of doubt in there,
Yeah. I'd love him to get it. I think he'd be so deserving of it. But yeah, everything's coming up with Oppenheimer for these last few awards.
We're getting Nicolas Cage, guys.
Yes, we are.
Hmm.
And we're getting sad Bradley Cooper already. It's quality.
Bradley Cooper, yeah. I mean, it must be quite difficult to sit there knowing you're winning nothing going into the awards.
Especially
You
after
were-
losing everything to fucking Bohemian
Yeah.
Rhapsody 5 years ago when he did deserve it.
He did deserve that. Yeah, he was robbed that year. And unfortunately, this performance is just not. I mean, I think he will eventually take something in an Oscar, but it's just been one of those years where he's put this big opus out and it's just not enough.
He's clearly going to just rob someone after the ceremony if he doesn't win it the next time around.
Ben Kingsley does not age. He's been that age forever.
Cillian Murphy's probably fuming they didn't get an Irish actor. Or like resident Irish actor like Danny DeVito who just lives there.
Why couldn't they get DDL or, you know?
They're trying to tempt him out retirement, aren't they? And he said, no, I'm still retired.
Really? Bogullet. And the Oscar.
So it went to Cillian then. Just off George's reaction.
Yeah, it did.
I can't wait for George's reaction when Oppenheimer wins because I'm sure he's got streamers or something ready to go. Like balloons are going to drop from the ceiling. Just like the war. He's actually
I'm
going
going
to
to give
start.
my own speech.
He's going to start playing "The War Is Over" like in the background.
Don't forget, who's the one that got a Cillian Murphy signed Oppenheimer quad poster for £180? Yes, that's still a lot. Back in October, who joked saying, I guarantee that's an investment, not that I'd ever sell it. And it's going to be with me in the next few weeks. It took its time.
Nice.
But I'm going to listen to the story, guys. I'm going to mute.
Yeah.
Did he say or do something? Because he's like, I'm an Irishman, and then the camera cuts.
Let me find out. I'm going to listen to the speech.
Yeah, so it could have been like he was going to say something or literally chug a can of Guinness or something, but
I will tell you if.
Hold on, are they doing Best Picture?
yeah,
What?
straight into Best Picture.
Hey?
What?
They've gone to Best Picture. Oh no, directing. He's got a directing envelope.
Oh, thank fuck! I swear they said Best Picture
They
then.
did.
I
He's
mean,
got the
come on,
directing
man!
envelope.
Spielberg giving Nolan his Oscar. I'm gonna cry at this rate. Don't retake. They've not done it yet.
Also, they're only using one as well. They're not doing for director, where the 5. Flying through these as well. They just
He didn't say anything controversial. He said, "I'm a proud Irishman," and then he said he wanted to dedicate the award to all the peacemakers everywhere.
Yeah, no, we got the
as we're living
same.
in Oppenheimer's world.
No, wow, that was
And there goes Nolan winning the director, I'm guessing.
Nolan's
That was
just taking
fast.
director. That was quick. Yeah, they literally flew through that.
Are they late or?
He still seems genuinely shocked.
This has been a long journey for George, not for Christopher Nolan. This has been a very long journey
it's
for
been
George.
A longer journey, yeah. I've been here from the beginning.
Every single year that he's had a
believed in
film
you.
nominated, he has been backing Nolan and saying this is his year. And finally, this is absolutely his year. We all picked, right? We all picked Nolan for Best Director. We weren't
Yeah,
stupid.
there was no swaying from that.
Eight nominations and first win.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I think that he's not hit before. Be interesting to see actually the films he's come up against, because I can't remember some of the stuff he's lost to.
Well, Inception, Dark Knight, you know, Dunkirk, Interstellar. Such a good run of films.
Good speech. Good speech.
Why have they played him off to Pirates of the fucking Caribbean? Oh my god, they're doing this. Sorry, you mentioned his 8 nominations. I believe he was nominated for screenplay for Memento back in 2001.
You're correct, yeah.
Nothing for Dark Knight, which is when they changed the rules. Inception, I think, film, screenplay,
Director.
and not director, I don't think. Dunkirk, I think, was film and director and screenplay. No, I don't know. 8. He had 3 nominations tonight. 3 tonight, 2 for Inception, 1 for Memento, 2 for Dunkirk. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
But
what's the next award?
I'm gonna
Best
assume actress.
Actress and then picture.
They're not going to end on
Picture.
actress.
So this is,
I know it'll be historical if Lily Gladstone wins, but they can't risk another Chadwick Boseman.
No, it's
No,
the
No,
said
because
actress
Emma
there.
Stone. I had a look at the odds very briefly before the live stream, and Emma Stone is currently odds-on favorite. It changed today.
Today, but they've already done all the votes.
I know, but vote.
But once
Plus
those
it's looking
envelopes
at
are
them
written,
cashing in.
Yeah.
I can't see I can't see past Emma Stone, to be honest with you.
They're talking about John Mulaney. He basically did the whole Field of Dreams plot rather than presenting his award.
I'm gonna have to watch that back when it's
Yeah, I'm gonna
tomorrow
have to watch it back.
when I've had some sleep.
This is very
No, the
interesting.
speech was so nice.
This is
He
very
wasn't
interesting. Hold on.
What are you looking at, Tate?
There's
We've
an
got John Hudson.
advert out about watches. There's an advert out about watches, and they've just shown a clip from what's it called, the Iron Claw.
For watches.
Yeah.
I tweeted Spielberg presenting Nolan with Best Director. Those that know. Can't really do Hulk Hogan because, he's a bastard. So.
It's a lot of John Cena flesh
You
tonight.
know what? Fair fucking play there. Getting Spielberg out to hand out to do that award. Like, maybe next year it'll be Nolan handing it out. I don't think they'll give it to Denny for part 2. I reckon they'll wait for Messiah.
Messiah's going to be a tough one to film.
Don't know how the fuck they do Messiah. If I'm honest, there's a lot they'll. I think they'll have to not like change a lot, but they'll need to
interpret.
They can't
differently.
just skip to 12 years in the future, like. Because the thing is, Messiah wasn't ever intended to be wrote. It was always like Dune, and he's like, "Oh, people didn't really understand Dune," as in not like they didn't understand it, but it was like you all misinterpreted how it ended. So here's what actually happened, and then at least I think Denny could take that and put bits of it into part 1 and 2, couldn't he? But
Here
then
we go back.
Oh. I bet Nolan just sat down. They're like, get back out there. You can go in there for a couple more minutes. Best actress. Who have they got? Jennifer Lawrence.
Michelle Yeoh, Sally Field, Charlize Theron, Jessica Lange.
Where the fuck's Austin Butler today? Just think, if they'd have given him his rightful Oscar last year, he could have come out in the Elvis voice to hand over to Cillian Murphy. Did you notice in June, Dave, he does a little bit of it, doesn't he? Like, it comes out, he's like, "You better just..."
That's a great Austin Butler impression.
I'll mute mine, sorry, you can probably hear it. Sorry, I'll unmute. Our predictions.
Yes,
Lily
this
Gladstone,
is
Emma Stone, and
this
scenes
is,
when...
dare I say, this is the most kind of 50-50 award of the entire night. This
Yeah,
is
I think
probably
it could
the
go.
closest category.
Yeah,
And you know what? Would you be shocked if Sandra Huller won? No, because she's fucking phenomenal.
I would love it if Sandra Huller won for Anatomy
She
of a
won't.
Fall. I'd absolutely love it.
I think any
She
other
is- I
year
think
she
it's
probably
gonna be
does.
Fantastic. Yeah.
The fact that Greta Lee missed out, the fact that Margot Robbie missed out, everyone would deserve to be there except you, Annette Bening.
Such an intriguing category this year.
yeah. It's like we said a few times, like a really tough year for you to try and be pushing for an Oscar win.
Next year, however, could be a bit more
With
open.
with the strikes and the way films are going to come out.
Loudest cheer for Lily Gladstone off the intros.
Yes. Still can't see her taking this. Surprised Jennifer Lawrence is nominated for No Hard Feelings.
Golden Globe nominated for No Hard Feelings.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that film. I really enjoyed it. It was stupid, but I enjoyed it. Look at the camera, Charlize.
Do you think when Charlize Theron took her on, like, got the short, who'd you get in that bench? She's like, fuck.
They're literally backstage picking straws, and she's like, "Not Annette Bening,
Yeah.
not Annette Bening."
It's like the FA Cup draw, just a ball, a bag
Yeah.
of bags, a
Hot
bag of
balls.
balls. Just...
Like, the guys was there, it's like, Nicolas Cage, you get a pull. You match like, Yeah, it works. Ben Kingsley, British. Kelly Murphy. Yeah, that works. It's like I mean, I've really liked Carrie Mulligan in Maestro too.
She was very good. Very good. I really don't know how this is going to go.
It's the most open of the big awards, isn't it?
Emma Stone. She's like she's going to be sick.
I don't think she thought she was going to win that. She looks devastated. Like,
What, Emma Stone won?
Yeah.
Yeah, but her reaction, she definitely didn't think that was happening.
She looks absolutely like shocked to her core that she won that.
She crying?
I will see her reaction straight away.
Oh, I think her dress is undone.
Oh.
How old is she?
Sorry,
Like
they're
34,
still talking
35? She's won 2?
Ridiculous, yeah.
They're all crying.
Oh, she looks so shocked.
Yeah, yeah.
What's wrong with her dress? It looked normal.
So I think something's just popped at the back, I think, a little bit, but
maybe, yeah.
That's a really good speech. That's one of the best ones so far.
Yeah, good speech.
yeah.
Okay, so one award to go. Best film.
Best Picture. We know where it's going. There's no doubt.
We've
We
got
all put the same, haven't we?
yeah. We've got Jimmy Kimmel reading mean tweets about himself. Okay, that's a good set.
Does this mean, George, we can finally reveal the prediction results?
George is talking, but we can't hear him. Was George's cat
George is
muted
talking.
that?
He is
Sorry,
completely muted. The cat has.
It's locked in. I thought he was reading a Donald Trump tweet about himself, but I don't think he actually was. Who do they just?
I have no idea.
Before we give out the final award, did anyone not get a chance to give a speech? We do have some time. If you have anything you want to say, just line up right here. We'll make sure everybody gets a chance to talk.
Oh, George, we can hear stream.
Sorry. Oh wow.
A man who created some of the most iconic characters in movies.
Al Pacino is coming out, guys.
Wow.
Guess who Al Pacino worked with on the film
Wow.
Insomnia in 2002 or 3? What a moment. Do you remember when they butchered the Godfather reunion 2 years ago and had De Niro, even though he's in the second one? He just needs to say, what a picture, as he announces the winner.
Ooh-wah. Oppenheimer.
What a legend. He looks like he's actually just woke up and come to work.
He does.
I mean, what a fucking legend. Like, you look at what he did in the 70s, look at his theatre work, look at his early films. Like, getting
Didn't come
90s Al
much bigger, did
Pacino
it?
is
Yeah.
like a gift given. He basically destroyed the 70s, like, with ability.
Are they doing a long intro onto the best films? Or are they doing it kind of? They've already introduced all the films individually, so I can't hear George.
He sort of fucked it up.
Yeah,
I think.
It didn't announce it. Like,
I think he thought he was reading out the nominees, and it was the winner.
Yeah, he didn't. He ran the
everyone
first
was
one,
like,
then
"Eh?"
didn't have any more options.
You wouldn't have an Oscar ceremony without at least one fuck up.
I want to kind of listen to that again. He was talking as he opened the envelope. His like an Oppenheimer, and I was like, "What is that? The winner or is that the nominee?" And
It's
he's
like he
"Oh, it's the
continued
winner."
on with a sentence and then
Yeah.
realized that was it.
And that must be pretty sick for Nolan, like working with one of the first like big actor that worked with him.
Oh, Florence Pugh. It's the first time I've seen her.
Yeah, he obviously thought that was at nominations.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Someone snap with their phone. Oh, Josh Hartnett on stage. Look at that. So we've got the full clean sweep. George, do we have the final numbers? Have we come out with a winner in the prediction table?
Sorry, I was listening. I have it screen sharing now for anyone curious. I'm just about to listen to the speeches. We've got one more to go, I think.
That was close.
Really, really was. Is that a win for Tate by the look of it? Is that
And still.
still Cinema Savvy prediction champion 2024?
Yeah. I like the Oscars. I'd like to thank my family.
You should. Yep, absolutely. And the Lord. Don't forget the Lord. He's
Why isn't Nolan doing a best film speech?
Maybe because he did his director speech.
Yeah. I don't think he's a big fan of making speeches.
Oh, I was waiting for that. I thought he'd have prepared like 3 different potential speeches.
I'm shocked that Cillian is in the foreground and not in the background on this one.
I think a pretty great Oscar.
Yeah, I thought it was a good one.
Nolan
Good
comes
show.
out triumphant. Long have I waited.
And I think for the first time ever, between the 3 of us, we got everything right. There wasn't one we got wrong.
Wasn't like a massive
is
out
crazy.
there like.
Oh, they're
swing.
ending on Barbie again. Right, no, that's enough of UITV. Goodbye.
Yeah, I could go off now.
Like, get rid of that. Well, guys, I
Good show.
never know how to run out the Oscars. It's 2:25. I didn't even
It
need
is.
a half day of work.
It
No,
is.
it's not. It's 3:25. It's...
Tate has to get up in 10 minutes.
I just think if this was like normal, if the clocks hadn't gone back in America, and if it not the
It would be later. Oh my god.
And if it had been the normal time, this would be 4:30.
Yeah.
Right. Time is a flat circle, they say. But yeah, I don't really
Good
know
show.
how we perceive it. Tate has won the predictions as we spoke. It is. I think it's a bit better having one each because it's sort of the day before you get to get a real.
There's no
look at
having
season.
to there's
Wild
no having to
guesses.
kind of figure out wild guesses and stuff like that, and
you've been able to see most things by then as well.
Yeah.
So biggest shock
Apparently
of the
that-
night. Does that go
Hasn't
to
really-
Boy and the Heron, or does that go to -1, or Barbie not winning anything really?
That was what I was going to say. Yeah, Barbie taking
I
just the
knew
one
Poor
award.
Things- I knew Poor Things was going to sweep those technicals though. They're not technicals, are they? What would you call them? Like
No, I know what you mean though, like your costume design and things like that. I thought
Yeah,
I didn't
set-
think
set
Poor Things would take them
decoration-
from because of how Barbie was
Yeah.
done. I thought that would have taken quite a few of those, but alas, nothing apart
and
from the
obviously
song.
to take actress with that as well. So you were Oppenheimer gets 7.
Yeah.
Poor Things 4.
Yeah.
Yes,
Was
with
it?
Emma,
Got a
yeah, with
stream.
Emma Stone taking one.
And then
Poor
2
Things
for
got
Zone of
4 with
Interest,
Emma Stone.
basically.
Yeah, that kind of was it, wasn't it, for the multi-winners?
Yeah.
Very
It's fair enough,
condensed,
it
like group
happens,
of winners. Very, very condensed group.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we all predicted between us what would win. And I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
like we had large gaps like we've had in previous years. there was some really close predictions in there from all of us. No
I
big
think
shocks,
between
really.
us all, we got pretty much the fact that I came third and I got 18 out of 23.
Yeah.
I was like, and also I'm getting all in Oppenheimer. I don't care. I was putting for everything.
Yeah.
I think I did that Dunker. I'm still not over 2017. That was daylight fucking robbery.
I guess the one, if we're talking about categories that like from the predictions at least, Zone of Interest was the one that I went against you two. That
the sound one,
because we both went Barbie on the backstage kind of hair and makeup and everything like that, and Poor Things ended up taking those awards.
Yeah.
But very interesting.
And I think that's the advantage of the later year release as well. It gives them that recent, because I think everyone was so in on Barbie and the song and the music, they probably forgot about the other stuff.
I mean, costume. I thought costume was a nail on because they literally throw pieces of costume in the air and have them still on the screen. Like,
if you think about it, Poor Things, they literally did an exhibition though for the costumes, didn't they?
Yeah. Didn't they do a Barbie exhibition? Or I'm shocked they haven't done a Barbie exhibition.
They've done it. There's talk of them doing a book on Margot Robbie's outfits on the red carpets, because all of her outfits were Barbie costumes, weren't they?
Yeah. But I mean, if we're talking about moments of the night, I know that Christopher Nolan finally winning his Oscar, and that is a massive moment in cinema.
John Cena.
Just Ken may have stolen it.
Oh yeah, John Cena moment. I'm just Ken.
Yeah.
John Mulaney cutting his random promo.
The show not actually being terrible for once.
Yes.
Actually quite
really refreshing. Yeah.
Yes. No, it's been a fascinating evening. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good watch along. Really enjoyed it.
Definitely. And I'm not going to wrap around time thing too much. We all want to go to sleep. It's been a long night. We want to thank everybody that's been watching, that's tuned in throughout. We've got people, us three, for doing this, rather than just watching at home and being on messengers. These red cats to keep running around the floor in this room, and I can go back to sleep soon. And I won't need to do a video in this room till next year's Oscars. But that is going to do it. So there will be more videos on the channel. Oscar season's done. We always tick off as a big one. And we'll be kickstarting new stuff. I say new stuff. I need to see what the fuck's coming out. That's really where we're going with this.
Yeah.
There'll be videos. When they go up, I'm yawning now. When they go up, We announce them on our social medias, linktree.com/cinemasavvy. Red Bull link in the description. Dave, once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Very welcome.
Got a new channel as well. Can I plug that, or do you want to plug that?
Oh, no, we'll leave that for another time. That's fine. It's too late in the night. Let's go to bed.
Okay, no worries. But listen, thank you both for joining us. Thank you, everybody at home. Chris Fenner finally won his Oscar, and that's what matters. So take care, and we'll see you on the next one.